Well, good evening. Akwa Baba Jasu Jumedia. So you are live on OK 101.7 FM. So you're live also across your partner radio stations. That is, you are live on High Life Radio. You are live on King Jesse Radio, and we're live also on Migacho FM. They are all set and ready to fire. National Radio so pick live on UK now. Adafo media so France ni Belgium. Almost so pick my Europe also. At your family lady. Now, we're just less than 50 days to elections. So we have just about the rest of October, no crime ending. So we have just November to elections. They say Adani buga. Kana Adani. Eti Geoffrey Osebo so aprekum patronya koponsha. You were first to join us in this. I'm very appreciative of you because they be out here very consistent. So thank you. Good evening. And so just like I'm saying, we're just about less than 50 days to elections. So already, buga na edru so NDC NPP are desperate, and rightfully so, because elections where my say is so close, so tight and so close. Say this a way say means a boom, and we are more boom and son will be win. In fact, I'm not a doom monger. I'm not I'm just telling you the reality on the ground. Africa, Hannah. Elections be anyone my year 100% free and fair. Never. America quite elections now Donald Trump be seen that Donald Trump is contesting say because of this system America for early voting. Say special voting, but special voting, peculiar kakra. It's for journalists, any security agencies on election day. But America for the almost special voting. In fact, make us say this year elections. Some of the states on here red to say Republicans, so must stop early voting because Donald Trump seen you by last elections. Now how much more Ghana? I say elections way it's so tight. NDC sure, NPP sure, Obi 100% sure elections way more. And to just say you kakraba, where's a means aba? Elections be or Ghana have be where's a means wumtie. There's a reason why NPP for. It's a multi-party democracy. MPP for more. I mean, part of the process is a Ghana come until see Abedu Sabre back. So you slow elections and say, where's a miss woman? MPP for doing what nepa. Omochi manson. Na manson inti and I'm corrections in baby because wrong is the time. Now you use of another can you to abano. Box no a boss here to school. Box na ye de to abanon it say troubles na ye de school no and a lot of the pocket of violence na sisi onkofo ina ntokwa si me say elections way pocket of small and tokwa besi and yes e ntokwa pao parties na orchestrate ntokwa no enu ni wiemu no na mecho formula na omode ye no wiemu enti e be say onkofo ko ha obeba na ato abanegu mu na ye bie ballot box so e de ebie gum actually an over ways and me diversity that is my started of it. But I know I don't have 100% evidence, but it is my suspicions. I'm not saying who they check the train, maybe at the NSC. I'm telling you, say there's always a link between pockets of violence around election time and some plan orchestration for elections. There's always a link. There is a link. And one say Bawku needs some other areas, but politicians have a way they can multiply and talk. And so when you say we see where there is smoke, they will just start small fireworks here so that it makes sense. So what they are saying about politics. Politics. In elections, we want money and that one bugana started. Where's a miss will be the better when you so first not any bien honor. When you almost say party agent for you buy a party agent for Diane, who opposition, I mean, opponent Diane Omboa. Say, no free line. Say, almost free line. And yet, Diane Bio, and all the dad and call for. Omun say political parties, no, any almost agent will be any da. So when they come and they give you party agent Diane on J, so they are doing other things. Me say Bawku same way and the police will release this statement. Underneath it's also politics. Areas elections. There are always issues, but politicians multiply issues so that they can take advantage. And parties need him. Who's soldiers no munim to mo de da do mo kakra no mo de achi baby edu no eye buga buga why ye buga buga ni be elections untumi win it's too close to call. NDC need comfortable lead. NPP need comfortable lead. Last month, not NPP for a slight edge. Adiana Sansa. Every day, beer in election is a change game. Every week in election, to miss some. Unima Kobusa. Oh, Papa, now obeda someone. 2000 elections. No, obeda someone saw a candidate for NDC. Well, we near it. Last minute, now Rollins Square to declarations. Obeda someone we are not changing on at a most their candidate. Rollins and Congress, or here Congress, party in India, and no choose you at a mill. Simple and short, simple and theater. You don't do anything. One theater for simple. Elections, 1 week can change the game. Anything I watch last minute here. Adani Buga Buga, and I'll show you a couple of videos. Everyone who say Adani Buga Buga. Because Buga Buga Nebamu, now Fedi Adani Akutia, and send me a party to say, allow the scenario called Hoy. Or say, Baomia, a person, I'm a weird bonsam. Or your comfort, where can I buga when desperation sets it down on it? And one of the constituencies, those NDC for now, or more be and two NDC, buga, it drew one of my parties, one of my desperate. To 1 month to election, anything can happen. Would dear grow, or be the idea before. But the thing is that beyond the voter registration, now also can be making sure so nipa come. NDC NPP, we are comfort that there are no two ways about it. They know. The same way they know. NDC NPP do registration now. Obia din kofogum. And obia our voters register and they are eligible. Some of the people in the voters register are not eligible voters, but they are there, including omo underage, omo yeah, and the parties are so good, especially NDC NPP. They have the data from Electoral Commission. I check every region way. Or share constituency way. The parties take data based on polling stations, electoral areas. They know the area where Nipa Tianum 50,000. Nipa no do a woman you want answer for say. Omo me kremo for say. Omo me NPP for say. Omo that day na SDA for say. E Saturday SDA for no meto. They no meto half ama SDA for no meto Saturday no. One game na sia obi di be use ya. And by now, this is where the party for no more reset teams, any more mafia teams no inside or more kasa. The mafia teams this engine room and omo yes edumano. Omo we are 1 month to 10. Ya suma advanced parties, core regions, no constituencies, polling stations. Omo kodada. Which if you the party propaganda, any propaganda sem baby eduni buga is too close to call. NDC need comfortable lead, NPP need comfortable lead. Everybody, obian kwande just anything away se miss bebem na yewemu. When you can't go beyond 50+1. It is serious, and especially more so because of Alan Chairman How they any coffee quarantine these people are changing the game. And one said after barometer the report to be by say, 81% of the people that they survey they say, I'm on to my independent candidate. You see. But the report now for barometer they buy and they said more was based on parliamentary independent candidates. It's Tita Morrison. So see, the fact that the survey has said one thing does not mean the end to me see because Ghana, yeah, who for me now, yeah, two independent candidates. Yeah, two EFS Mustafa Salaga MP Krayana Boniface Abubakar Sidik independent Ghana for two man. And the fact that the survey is saying that majority of Ghanaians are saying, say, when you're comfortable with voting for independent candidate does not mean it's end to me see. Election be a surprise. Election be a surprise. You are two independent candidates and you're common, but there are independent candidates that have won elections. Independent candidates. Me say classic example. Modern people, Gen Z for we mobile friends formula. I was say, be careful about the game. What's entire campaign power Ashanti region or Boham because a Hoyan is stronghold, a Hon and headquarters war. And because Ashanti region have a target for both NPP and NDC. Because NDC is looking at making 30%, 32% in Ashanti region. I know the NDC forget it because it's not very likely that they will get 32% or even 30%. NDC forced you to make it 30% is a good achievement. Because already NDC make it 27% in Ashanti region, which is good. But over the last 4 years, no, NDC Ashanti building the people in Ashanti region more NDC. Dr. Dufonum, Betty Modidru Sunum, Kodobon Sunum, any other NDC Muntakamo, NDC and Yusu Ashanti region. They say the man call a Otuvo. On shut down your campaign serious to be I advise NDC say mo use Kofi Boache. Na mo say me wo fanu nti me media me ye a campaign ama me wo Kofi Boache because oye na ye kwa abrefo me ni free apega. But no, he's so influential. Say if NDC's target was to make 32%, you needed somebody who is an indigent. On your indigent keke or say influential. And people like Kofi Boache, Kojo Bonsu, your friend, who the emphasis Kojo Bonsu cried over to him problem, but he has mended it. And he has very good relationship with them. Of course, and to be more, they share the amount to together. And to Kojo Bonsu could have been a good day for you. You have Betty Mode, Alex Mode. They've done a lot. And but they've done it. You can use them. And then this could have comfortably made 32% in Ashanti region. Or mine yet. Or mine yet. And if 32% in Ashanti region, the NDC should kiss it goodbye. Balance yet, say in Upper East, NDC Upper East seats in NPP for your one, or Upper East. Upper East. NDC NPP rather. Because NDC Upper East seats, no. And the NPP one seat to come now Upper East. And come back to Central Region. I've already told you that Central Region, NPP for lose Central Region this time. They won Central Region in 2016, won it in 2020. But if you look at the trend in 2020, some of the seats that won a Central Region, NPP for lose it, but they won presidential. And in another body, people talk about Nanado, but I'm telling you, say, in terms of Nanado campaign or Central Region, and partly it's Duncan. And in the one uncle here, and I think that they said the president blamed him for some of the seats. But look, he's still baby was Central Region, so no more demands to any. But what is happening with Cynthia Morrison? What's happening call all our buga? The NPP must be able to talk to Cynthia Morrison. Yes, sir. Musit now can be bees. Central Region, a babies, Masobeshi. I think the only seat that NPP for bet me can comfortably on Beji. I say honey adiano. Yes. Omobeji except NDC seat never honor. Baby, it is a fenyo market. See a banner. Oh yeah, there fenyo market will win. How Akumsi ho? One of the I think Baomia any team must celebrate our Akumsi campaign. How Akumsi ayama Baomia this time? I swear. And one people me who be our campaign sama Baomia. How Akumsi? Oya konidium koninia ane Baomia. She were yin the new year campaign ama. But we found the World Cup more than the conference credit. And what do you have to give her credit for that one? What I say? And the Central Region NPP for my here 137 now parliament, you know. Masumaya Shirov. And also not to say it's a greater Accra region. Already NPP will win greater Accra region. Masanka Chemonada. NDC will win greater Accra. NPP winning. NPP cannot win greater Accra region. They can maintain total votes from greater Accra region. For instance, maybe Tita Domi Kwabenya. NDC yet they cannot take the seat. But Professor Makoko Bami seat to me, it is an NPP seat. There's no way NDC because vote margin there what difference no over 30,000 over the closest I got no NDC forget it. Moko baby to Tema East. NDC was slight egg, but Tema East no NPP for making some shenanigans be one of my one here. Move lose Tema East. NDC will come back and NPP will come back and claim Tema East. Why? Because Tema East for a permutation. NDC for one Tema East because after 2016 election, who say, hey, NPP for seats no by margin the only way to close the gap with Tema East is say on the party vote from Ashama to Tema East, and in the same area. Ashama ne Tema East and yet can be a Yanantiko 1 year Nantiko diagro. And what NPP did was that NDC did was a move because Ashama the NDC seat, who yet the NPP cannot win. But could be NPP winning and I don't can Ashama. And the NPP omo this say yes ba. Ashama the NPP vote to me we need you. Debbie. What the NDC seat. And what NDC say? I want more vote to be bromo fanya here abroso. So they will put the votes no from Ashama, no, they about the good tema is no more winning. That's what they do. And then before the question formula, no, and almost said, this is what NDC did. This is the way it means in NDC. Now, see, I know what you say. Young check voter register, no, and a voter register, no, the Omuninaye, they port vote, Omubogum, ways and means, rigging, Omuninaye. And now what NPP is also doing in Baby to set is to say, yes, Omunim send this if one of the Omunkro for Begu slums, any other come to 12 area. Your baby on me for two of them and Omascata Honina. Now, see, I want to say a jar to one when I'm saying, oh, a jar when you're normal. Me, because I told myself, oh, in the area, come to 12. I don't see a jar when you're normal. Because South Yobodam one, the people there who vote NDC. Most of them are kiosks, containers, squatters, and the scatamo vote in the member. You go back to Ashama and vote. Me say election way, who do any kind of election way, you don't go win. You don't go win. Election where you vote and miss. One of the crowd to me winning. The parties know it, so they all have the formula. Because beyond the region, also the other ways and means no county collation. No, and the NDC for serious. Now at this time, I was we collected 5 regions to pay any system we collapse here, share better one. But I think the NDC has learned their lessons. Or my backup system there 20. Because the people they are not sleeping, they ain't joking. The people ain't joking. They are very serious. And to their time. But see, NDC, so having been in opposition 2 times, 8 years, need bread and their elections. NDC is also not joking. They are not joking. Anything about it is upper east. NDC, I double work, no matter the fact that Baumia, I am Muslim. Baumia advantage was Zongo areas, no. NDC has taken over upper east. The MPP for be upper east there, they won't win. NDC has taken upper east. That is it. Ashanti region, I say MPP 4 chances were Ashanti region. Say MPP 4 really here. Now, I'm Juma or you only 5% of the vote. Now, maybe I have a chairman labor for research to be on my year. Was projected to get about 3.6% of the total vote. And you legal for research. And if I'm passing, even if I'm to me 3.6, no, now I'm going to me 3%. That is the threat against NDC or MPP. That is the threat against NDC or MPP. And I was so very careful. It's in America said, "Sa Bawku asem we here and police service the statement by say, Obia omo ye investigation what they've deployed the military, they've deployed the police near there no. They should investigate well and the police will find out say there are political undertones behind the conflict. Obia himself Bawku areas or Ntokwa, but beyond Ntokwa no, there's also political undertones. And Crawford want to take advantage of political undertones, you know, so that Sentokwa Kitty areas are a true about one bar. It will affect voter turnout. Voter turnout how? Because Sentokwa or baby, Yakoto Abasa unko, Usro, Emrewa, any color, any omo 80 years, first time voters. A lot of them will not come out and vote because Omuni side experience in this. So a lot of them will probably say, baby, so some of these conflicts in intimidation tactics adopted by parties. No? And to Obi who say why you're strongholder. Obi who say why you're strongholder. If I know Nipan Baba started conflict. Or Baba starting to conquer. Now, hey, especially when you're voting day, no. From 12 o'clock, from 3 o'clock, so won't line ni dada. These are the areas where parties must be careful. This is how we move. It is at 3 o'clock. Ujina line nothing a sent to question. What show one now coffee? 80 parties very careful. And no, the parties are even aware of these things that are full soldiers now are winning way. The parties are aware. What I say, 80 baby, you be a stronghold, no. Not to quite me say, what the for police for statement in and check areas where must come and to connect, you know. Tamale, Bolgatanga, wale, stronghold. Get your answer from there. Tamale. Wale Bolgatanga, why stronghold no. If you don't understand the ways and means the dynamics now, nobody is in a comfortable lead. And you're reading the ways and means they may determine the order of the day. And you're too close to call. 1 month to election, obi anyone who abeka to oniminim how obetimi akwa winning elections. This is a very serious election. We a party full soldier. This is the time one. We police station how to about start to say we are policing. Start to say we read it to understand the dynamics of that particular police station. And now the other the urban online and have a go for and get vote. Start to say we police station now we are auto abano. You have to start doing your homework in the police station. How many people are the registered number of votes or more who boost our party on the information about? Because the parties have that information. Emu do not send a ma, emu do not send a mema, do not send a juma, do not send any juma, emu do not send a factory workers, do not send a everyday workers. During no more about juma more fear every day obey me jaho. This is how I calculation know. And to do a juma no, obo ababa see a woody, oh biatu, oh chance a jina won't change. Yeah, but you are 2 more crowns and I would do polling station home. A lot of people be do polling station at 1 more dada. Yes, in Toko, see what Hano Bepane, a Papa, electrical is a police for the Sunday Oboa, Nina ways and is a taxes. A taxes, Nina, obviously a sentence. Sentence, Obabani at 1 mile. Sentence, Obabani at 1 mile. And you want to careful, yeah, this is where was so very shame. So, and yes, starting, yes, I trading, no. Electoral Commission, barometer, and one thing, let me say this to party for food soldiers. Let me share this. And I mean, I'm joy from your story away. What they were saying, was about, okay, but let me come back. This is a story. American embassy for say, wow, but could you rough for beer elections, mono? Only a mouth this up. Into 7 you boo, 7 predators. Oh, yeah, John. Oh, yeah, John, Kona Kodi today. Kona Kodi, American embassy say, why did you say? Who be rough for elections? Who be give visa? I'm not visa name out. What I say? This I'm not in American. American embassy for American. Media Foundation for West Africa for almost support it. Sir, idea and a very good part of the baba. Into why they say hey kotoa ba no de okodi nko asem no. O visa mo so na mo nyina mo pa bro chira koi. Boys are Ghana fa obi apa bro chira ko unya visa no. You know go get am. Into kodi obi papa na obi ma mi echi. What I say? Kodi obi mami any obi papa echi na ya rough. You know go get the visa. This is what the US embassy is saying. Now play it to you. The other see the Media Foundation for West Africa has welcomed the new visa restriction policy announced by the United States. So the United States Department of State new policy will restrict US visas for individuals responsible for undermining democracy in Ghana. It is for electoral offenses. It includes basa. What I say? Unya visa. Unya visa. It's the only Jimmy. No be papa nti ono ne man nyina won school party for ni nyina ma e wo scholarship kra ka ho o wan ko school papa nti scholarship no kra won sranya because obro of kranka ti abroche no tumi nko bi enti eno ni asem no wa hwe ye wa so ye be ye se no ma wani na ho na dwene wo future any legacy a oba beja e dey am obi. I'm going to take you to Afro Barometer report now. CDD buy but let me take you to Buga last minute elections are NDC NPP for any abrea and you know omunyadi omuwa ajimu 40 days to election. So we are a little over a month. 40 days to election. Udi agro. Obi do beya hana mama ni say.
And they're going to bring money and things to try and buy your vote. Please don't be persuaded. I was watching a video yesterday morning and I saw MPP in the market distributing 1 liter bottle of oil. I don't know how many of you have seen that video. And the point I make is, it is because you've impoverished the people. It's because you've made 870,000 Ghanaians fall below the poverty line. That is why you can go and deceive them with a bottle of oil. Otherwise, Ghanaians should be able to buy their own bottle of oil. Why would they receive a bottle of oil from you with the intent that you are persuading them to vote for you?
Eti president mama no. What MPP for chanwa? I'm going for vote. And they say because president mama no say NDC NPP omu nyina chase kanibi. All my years I'm cover elections or Ghana NDC for chase ka MPP chase ka. Again na fonka games by. Tamils versus Nana Krodo at my Rollins. I mean a party primaries. Chase kama. na na do lose elections no. Enti party for the munyina mu cheska. Munyina mu cheska. It's not back on munyina, you share money. You share money, but you see, this is why the designing thinking comes into place. Wow, we have full soldier now, we have first time voter, whatever, we got to abam. The party one can say, why you here? I don't know when you so. You're too many we are, and no. What's what I want is so called 100 Ghana. How do we are? Now for young one, who we are? What is your life going to be? What the 100 Ghana got to abam? Who we are? 100 Ghana be feed you for 4 years to know now. And before we are not better social media, no mood at them, no more refuse. What the 100 Ghana got to abba? NDC NPP, the truth of the matter, no cratero. No credit to win Cheska. Elections here cover boost a journalist, be our journalist or Ghana. Party for in Cheska. Oh, in Cheska. Nacheda cry Cheska, Cheda call independent, only I be a chrono Cheska. NDC NPP, one Cheska. Oh, in Cheska. Again, Nina, wait, there's a buga desperation. Party Bono was a little close into a new buga any year. Tiana Ponson in buga so not so against NDC.
Wapa, or them put to aha, chair MPP NDC for running mates or a minister for education. I'm bringing for running mates, ref in the deal, or I'm not a minister for education. My school was saying, "We almost see here. My school I helped before she was so. I don't know say. To open the papa board your manswa for party papa ede ebra. School no go see the room because I read that alcohol. Secondary school Ghana a boarding system. The one on baby be amounty. On person go school tea. I don't see their school room. I will can't quite higher. And this for your day. It is NDC for one, no one says NDC for your day. No for a car, I just want to be winning. Angelica, NDC for Parliament. And can this with the background and the trouble. Oh, we do say, I also Parliament, we are about the boy. Oh, catch NDC, you say, I drop by one Parliament. So, I go south. Ya topo mo ko le ko bansa o awon ya ko try actually na di mputo abampotemo ya ka se ko e bosere ake po bosere ga ake ba to bi abere awe sise egwa Dr. Bawku ogba obi o ye goro se bia obo ye illegal mining so dai obo ye community mine and that small scale mine egwa
it was another desperation. You can see so clearly because NDC building schools were areas here. What NDC agenda is a cronyini ubuso be our architect, planner, developer, better say. And a good say, baby a corona congested will see a idea of ube seen another place about crony benini aquacotuno and then also spreading development. I'm a development but any baby I would again it shows you say NPP for so desperate. It's because Makatos are then too close to call. Baby, I don't the one man the bugano be abe. One you bugano and war yonko yamwa. One born in faint. No so one na so bashi. So that is what they are also doing. Buga because how can you even say NDC for see schools in Rome and I will see schools in outskirts because pegana ye. It doesn't make sense. It's just not logical. Because growing, for instance, the school I mean NDC E-block back home see them by but because of an I'm not district assembly, let's see, or more district capital, they see or coordinating council, or anything I'm not to develop it and for 20 contractors here, Juma, and for basis stores near the grown. That is another extension of development. And look, what I say, NDC E-blocks, a bush. Because on that is a misstatement. That cannot be accurate. Because I also growing again, me say buga time the woman obia be buga. This is why I wanted discerning mind the bemuno. Unye discerning I'm going why what to assume. Your time don't catch me that. So uye full soldier to be able to make an informed decision. This time, no, your time you take a decision. You must have taken your decision before today. Decisions are better one as and for Benteno. I was saying I will take it before today. Last minute there. If you focus on this to make your decision, because baby obi abedi no yon kwatem. Obi ati said the America Alaji scenario could do Zongo. Because NDC Baumia has taken over the Zongo community. And NDC na ye. NDC for na ye because much one about me starting the campaign. Munim so ye kremoni that then about me be kremoni. But NDC decided to focus on about liar and yeduma. Baumia is not consistent and yeduma. Me one about me bogum zongos no or bogum zongos. And NDC leadership bringing our here, and I've said this time again and time again. NDC leadership no zongo ni be any. Why? That's one of the biggest mistakes you can make. This is an election. Religion will play a key role. Religion is a key role. People like Donald Trump and are voting for Donald Trump because of claiming so a Christian. Although in the principles, a Christian, but he seemed to be on the side of the Christians. In two states, in the towns, cities now, or me predominantly Christian traditionalists, maybe or me friends Catholics. Areas are almost some predominantly Christians. Almost Donald Trump. Those states near red. Areas are more liberal, almost trauma a friends a Democrat. It's a religion. Religion is key. Religion is key. In the NDC should have done their homework long before today. But we are sweepy zongos. And there are no two ways. But we are sweepy zongos. But the advantage NDC want to say. Now, NDC should sweep the Christian areas. NDC so die. They slept. By the time they realized, Baomiana Fakofan for me, Christopher, no more year engagement with Christopher, and they Saturday NDC for you, Bugabugo. And yet, they be a propaganda work you. Sometimes you have to make time to engage into that last minute. Look at the time, my mama coffee so for some Melbourne Pie man. Saturday, Baomia meet up so for da. Last minute, I found a mama coffee so for no. Pastor Winga money Nigel Gazi money now so Mahama Crawford that we are Christo, we are elder assemblies of God. The Christians should be by your side, boot for boot, every corner. They should be by you. This is where you put all your cards on the table. All your cards on the table. Now let me take you to a friend saying, and because then I don't want to host me. When I'm here, me co-host me. I don't want to be a show because he did the phone number. You don't make a question next week so that we can talk about But don't forget about a semi American say. What about according to who be or the same? According to who be elections imuno said the penny for na can unyebi. Ono visa kranya dia obenyebi. Visa you no go get am. Visa kra unya visa now they are back. Into hwa dia no open ho. Oso kwan to kwan. Ana open oba kra ma oba so to kwan. Open ma oba to kwan na obusu ene to kwan dia no adwene ho biom because it's not going to be easy sir. So this a Bawku issue no sorry about that. But Bawku issue no. Uko your website or Peace FM online. NPP NDC for nyina ayi almost suspend your campaign out of respect for the conflict. Because this time no, the way I'm talking see armed forces na police for nyina deploy omo no. Udi agona ko yi wanim se wona aye champion attack. O ko akoye ayi campaign wo ha, wan twa dey fe be all time. The other two constituency wo no. Why you come back with blood on your shirt? Because I already tension about that. So NDC NPP omu nyina Oma decided to suspend their campaigns in that area. So I'll be joining you guys very soon. So this is the story. MPP candidates suspend their campaign. MPP NDC for also are suspending or more campaigns. I think the other political parties need also are suspending or more campaigns in the area now. So I would say long-standing chieftaincy dispute in Bawku has taken a dire turn, prompting the parties to suspend their campaigns in the area. Dr. John Kingsley Krugu and Paul Alale Abogri, representing Zebila and Bawku Central respectively, have suspended their campaigns due to escalating tensions in the area. And I make sure I say, long-standing dispute that don't want to go and do your homework. You understand? The NPP has gained significant. Look at the third paragraph in the story. I'm sure story no. Or say the NPP has gained significant support in the Gusog zone with over 80,000 votes in the 2020 election. You can't say much. They put soldiers. No, they are much beginning and one party has an advantage. And this is the story. I'm trust. I say one party MPP for no more gaining advantage in area honum over the last election 2020. 80,000 more votes. However, the recent events have jeopardized this progress. And I'm telling you, there are people behind this conflict. And your conflict, and your chieftaincy, the chieftaincy conflict is there. But I said, do on my vote turnout low. All these things, the party are aware of it. I just a party who's don't just depend on some of these things. One year, waste means the back chunk. Waste means to go catch you. You for be careful. Understand the game and sign what you man say, okay, so let me take you out of it and let me take you to CDD4 research no more which is that more research na more area to be because I'll let you guys join very soon. Because democracy, Ghana is for the people. I mean, the literal meaning of democracy is governance for the people by the people and with the people. Governance in Obi Bakata, why are you talking? Why Obi deserve to talk? That is democracy. When you authoritarian leadership, authoritarian leadership, Obi can Obi Nkebi. But the system of governance be a democratic. Nature to Obi a chance to talk. And you may Obi and Kan Kasa boy show you. Obi a vote to change Obi vote. Obi a vote you one. That's it. Obi a vote and change Obi vote. Everybody's vote is one. Don't let anybody intimidate you. Best or kasa. Obi no nya that's the person's own problem. And by force also Obi no ya agene. What I say also and by force also Obi no ya agene. What I say. That's what democracy is. Yen na ya agene ya. Nyankopon kra pese ya agene ba ko nya sanka Nimrod kasa osi abrosan ko heaven nka Nyankopon say ense ye kasa. So necessarily we must disagree. We must disagree. A boy human discourse, a boy nipan punto, any nipan koso. So let me read the last one. Half a member so. After barometer report on the above, say Ghana for the okay, but me read this story. It was say ahead of the December 7 general election, the latest Afro barometer survey has revealed that honesty, character, and campaign promises stand out as the top factors shaping the voter choice. Voters nankasa catch CDD4 say. Ade a omo sha omo beto aba ma obi no kredie suban pa any campaign promise obi be ye no be gina so inti propaganda nka ho tie propaganda no so won adwuma. You can't do politics without propaganda. America crowd omo yi omo friend spin rooms, spin doctors e obi adwuma ye shut down fan crowd for omo so omo spin it party candidates for ni na kase wi omo so omo adwuma so omo be spin at share asem no. What the outcome no crowd so channel no man here wrong and people go to school to actually study that. Ghana penny NTS here and where didn't go for attempts people are paid to spend. You do democracy and Kuala level, you do America for what they had the apostle. But he celebrates his add endorsing a Kamala Harris, Democrat candidate, Vice President, no. Taylor Swift, Asha, Lizzo, your friend saying. Eminem crowd no 30 years in rap game. Ono kwa be endorse eyi. Omo nyina endorse no. Obama campaign Obama yama Democrat for candidate Kamala Harris. Me who campaign be that. And then so Obama yire be fire last minute missile. Which means Donald Trump o chere no. Donald Trump, the only people supporting Donald Trump Mel Gibson and Elon Musk keni. Ono so chiche tikasa Obama ko for $1 million just to vote for Donald Trump. I mean, I think about Bruce level no. That American democracy needs to be studied. Like, what's democracy say for omuko level no. But Ghana level no dey for money CDD kasa and say omu vote share no credit to the candidates no. Why no di no credit? Why no subampa? Why the campaign promises near doable? And no more dey. Opening on another research and Dr. Adam Salome no di ano no CDD4 all presenting report no ka say omo interview for 2,400 people and omo interview omo different parts Accra sample side ni omo research ni omo margin of error ni +1 -1 ni nyina ho. This is the 10th time I CDD4 research. Omo said don't maybe account. I'm telling you the last two elections 2016. The key thing I'm going to find is the by economy and personal economy in my NPP for the BT NDC in 2016. because the economy was bad in 2016 because of doomsday issues. Into the man Ghana call a friend saying, IMF, because of doomsday, we had to buy car power, we had to buy a friend saying, or sideful bad, you know, those things, no. Oh, I'm married. Nagana Hocheno, and Mahama say, Uncle, a friend say, IMF, and no more saying, cry, a cradon poco, be an uncle, Kusiagano. So, economy need issues are a DBT and this. Epic before so you so spinning. And about me or Chobi, I know I call spinning school. But we also hear who campaign party, a friend saying, a one. I'm almost spinning the tia or mopa. You know, and now this elections, you know. People ask, you see, that's what I'm saying. NDC, never baby one man this year. Or mama about me an easy kakra. They should have put economy in the still. But they say no promises the mama basho. And by any team also have done well to kind of neutralize NDC kakra. Not a lot, but on my neutralizing NDC kakra and NDC to me marketing the 24-hour economy to put economy back on the ballot box. What I say, but you have to give it up to Baumia team. No, they've done some work. Not any 100% very solid there, but NDC ne lose guard for Baumia because boot for boot to pa Baumia the Mahamani NDC in 2016, no, and yet the same boot for boot no the moment. In fact, boys no quite social media no cry Baumia boot for boot NDC. Boys no social media no, Baumia boot for boot to put NDC as a party. And I want the I am blaming Mahama team no so kakra say. The team now say Mahama show that for no more NDC mono. So that for have been kind of I say you push them eliminated to the background, but they must be in the middle of the force, in the trenches, firing. What you say? Firing all cylinders. No one about me watching no. As about me watching the kaka no about me watching the kaka. And this election about ocean and other errors no 1 or 2 bia. Like about me I should not even get them off to speak. Because teaching about me has been very clever, running away from economic kakra. Okay, economic to be no free or no, I can't be for. Okay, economic kakra, he's clever. And then they send this in government chance. Or somebody turn it to sa, or far no mushano, or far no more buga style baby. And some about where's the means now make no. Because where's the means the election day? And kakana the any election day here more me show so mudianko ballot paper ni no dey obi e say ni come your party for no my dada but forget it omo wu no mudi wom no beto am omo pepepe and kola no ma register no beto NDC NPP o my homework no they are expecting that we see NPP for there from 1992 and they will not sign a first any election. Massa, NPP for 1992, how much was stolen verdict too? It experience was our propaganda. NPP for any propaganda secretary, but not being a propaganda. Only one 1992 against Wallace. Almost election in your free and fair. Yeah, real election kind of a do boy and cultural stolen verdict at the end of the year. Because they could test it on the ground. No? People just wanted Rollins to leave. So the fact that Rollins are saying we need by 65%. How much of stolen verdict? Uncle Siaga. 1996. Before the same time, see a real no. Almost any parliament to come. But see, between 1992 and 2000, the cases that NPP took to court, a big demonstration. And then you can demonstrate because of NPP for. And for no, I'm not 3 months on Keko. People are not 3 months on Keko. And I think of it is a JH Mesa. People like JH Mesa, they study politics and they break the code. No, Mama setting new code. Supreme Court decision, and man for demonstration in NPP for a year. They took a attorney general, any police service to court. I'm saying, Mama, in demonstration, maybe. Police for any attorney general for human being. Constitution say any person. Supreme Court say any person means corporate person or individual person. But it say US, the same definition in the way US, the same definition in the way UK, and almost fine. They say we have to hear demonstration because of MPP for months or no. Man, so I watch make a ballot box. I make a use troubles, and then you use ballot box. I plain. First, you do voter ID card or photo ni so. I call up to be the Nippon 19 voter ID card. No, and then you can't do it. Yeah, but you use black and white voter ID card, and then you use colored digital biometric ID card. and come as ways and means ni be gum. Yet to me the biometric system here you must na dey freeze massa they are bogum. Remember what when they grow. Would you go now you about 20 a simple say no be akoto. Once they say don't get say quality 5 regions na dey free. And then our system freeze. Only one in economy NPP for a expert. If the America winning computer or building firewall, in fact, NPP forced from NDC in 2012. Election no elections no. NDC in 2012 had brought another third-party company, Israel Kobi. No more Jawuluho. You're from Senkra. Oh, me refi omunko for anything. So they were the transmitters. And the results if you constituency thing in a collection center neba. Ebe system for phone so so kind in 2012. Before lose election here, can it all marry no? O man tia say yakwa your almost me don be boy your mobile say. Ada na yakwa. In fact, Kofi Adomasu Odwani Jami. But Kaba mini abema Kaba. This month in October na Kaba birthday ya me kind na me raho. Kaba Jani here. Omo hine Odwani Captain Smart ko no ye tobe Odwani o bi aso nko kan election results. Omo ya ka me kwa na me say ya san to a me fire ni sin in the bi. Ebi no mbabro me moba. Because we had called the election for Mahama winning 2012 elections. Before supported at the office now, which is the company now, STL. Yeah, my company. You're from STL. Say, I'm cancel contract. No, I'm a electoral commission for system and anyone. We say anything people, they know the ways to rig, they know the ways to collect, they know say the engine room honor. It's Rojo Metal no tea. I was in a strong room. I was like, are you serious? Rojo Metal. Tea. They gave me tea, no biscuit. Bra. Where steady oh. But at least if I do send Rojo Metal no there. Sure. When is a papa na yare kakra na say. Until you don't send him there. Okay, send no branch ebi so can hold back. Na tea no only Russia one day my KGB. No, be a mountain now. Are you serious? Eh? Who open it? Obi mountain who kono. This election, Mobia mechanics Obia tea. Do your homework. And yes, I ways and means the party for me communism. There will definitely be ways and means there will definitely be attempt to rig the elections. Obia be reagum. That's what happens in elections. Party be a one strongholder. Obey reagum. And in Ashanti where you find NDC for himself and you're almost stronghold. Into a man to question your pocket areas. Yes, NDC for to himself almost strong voter regime. MPP for to be talking in a few areas. But when say areas you on man, they based on the registered voters because you cannot remove more than the total registered voters in the polling station. And when mathematics and penny you cannot remove more than the total registered voters in that polling station. And it's a polling station honor. Nipa here registered voters are on me 350. Now wouldn't say a word and support me 50. SDF for me a papa bi wa woni moto o yare wa hu ye ni di free mo ba ko so ha ne ade o munyina be to ni nyina aguma mo ba o to anu wa gya be 5 bi wo na ma hye na ka se sankofo na ye wa dan bata Allah party bonde no the joke. This is the ways and means somebody adwuma to rate fear pa abato na too close to call. You close to call. Last month, number we lead by just 0.1. Mahama Sambe, you start point if you want. You close. You close. Udi abato we one go be the obi be dial. You be boo name simple. Na kai the American embassy for na come on pa America ko mo say. Wa be di nkwa asem wa abato visa kra wunya bi. B1 B2 wunya visa ni bi. Ti wo de ko no bi papa ma wa pio. No ma adokunu kena. No man catch us go police station or make go beat the people. Dubai na abeko. America no nya bi nko. Dubai ya na abetna. You no go get anywhere go. So let me just finalize on the Afrobarometer report. We say Ghana for do na catch o so mo pobi odi no kre. Obi o suban pa. Obi a owo any obi a mo shebo a o mo giri se bo she no doable. Then again no say she noted that previous service o mo conduct the third survey CD before year. Me say o mo research bi o baby bem. It's many NDC NPP ni alancha mantene cheddar Kofi Kwantene adia. You take the Afrobarometer report, start doing your homework at this after 40 days. You can do something. After 40 days, you can do something. 3 findings, no just say. Or see, key findings of the survey revealed that candidates are on the 90% of the sample size on better amount. Candidates are what was by panel 88% of the people said they will vote for him. I'm call so that you can see say so this is the report you can zoom in and see what the report actually says. But again, 88% say who also by better amount, and then 59% say on their campaign promises. Campaign until make us say Mahama forces said 30 days no Moko amudi ameka campaign na mo ka 24-hour economy ni so watem. As NDC boy jai 24-hour economy no watem ka. Focus more and expand the 24-hour economy no. Mo ka other things am also NDC document now. I mean they have beautiful plans. Ba omi ni ye ne de. Se kwa na po ya mo ka na sama amode fa no. Okoka nkroma de na po na to change you. Now he's acting according to I know boy NDC for him. And me catch NDC. Professor Jena no pokwa na mo fani match na po. Baby obeko bia unresponding to napo. Napo is flying. The earlier when shortcomings there by no now a switcher. Mama Professor Jena no pokwa na tackle no. Because baby oko your about education. Now one na Professor Jena pokwa na should come and respond. Again, almost say it indicated that majority 58% of Ghanaians said they would vote for presidential and parliamentary candidates from the same political party. Ghana for 58% is someone to skirt and blouse or two more president or better in the parliamentary candidate. And whoever will get a lead in the presidential was likely to get the lead. We say all this one here predicted say it's likely say this election you better skirt and blouse. You better hang parliament because of parliament here 37 no. We thought that the next election year, 2024 elections, we will get a parliamentary, but the Obe winning presidential will not win majority in parliament. But this CDD report is showing us, yes, the Obe winning presidential never say winning majority in parliament. And we see America NPP before say, "Would you go central region seat?" Morrison as a Mubelu seat or central region. Masubaya she was central region. Mompas and Papa bin Canches in Morrison. Say, "Chow Pabin number panel, a cow abon number Chamana." Masuya be she got central region already. NPP, you are losing central region. Presidential Munya central region. Greater Accra region, Munya Greater Accra region. Upper East, Munya. Savannah region, Savannah, Mahamani, Baumia Betim. Northern regions, Baumia Edge, the other regions they are not from Baumia Edge or Ashanti region, will be Ashanti region, Eastern region. The NPP will win more, about 80% of the votes there. I suspect Ashanti region NPP will do 78. They may not get exactly 80% on pay because of Alan Chemantin. Anyone more may disgruntled or because NPP, one of their key problems is Didija. And for fire people NPP, some of them better. And for supporting Alan Chemantin, most of the people are people who are upset with them. People with NPP, they don't want anything to do with MPP again. It is MPP 4% 80%. They must go back and talk to those people. No matter to Omonaso. And yes, Omasubeyashi, Omasubeyashi, Ashanti region. Eastern region is likely to NDC NPP problem. They may get the same. And again, Obiti said, "You're a Julio Debra, any Eastern region, NDC for Eastern region, Pablo, national organizer of NDC, Pablo. More you are letting NDC down in Eastern region. Eastern region, no, NPP are dominating here. Even Crobofone or Honokra, NDC must see, say, they will increase by see, again, no Busas, NDC what power, no more then. Including the Nansena voter region for NDC for disappoint you. NDC bar power, no. NDC bar power, they are sending President Rollins here voter region. NDC bar power, they kind of abandon voter region, Kakra. Voter region for a year dedicated in Kenya Sankomu PNDC. But they will still vote for NDC. That is why Baumia call on response about me any voter. Ordinarily, Baumia should not get that kind of vote. That kind of even response from voter region. OT region here idea about Biakoro fans are no problem because under NPP no creative region OT. Although NPP, I don't think NPP will win OT region, but they will slightly increase their vote in OT region. But voter region is there because I'm not to say Amewu may not retain his seat, but vote now when you want to cry, Amewu to me maintain vote no kwa national average na ba bebo Amewu. Baba bebo Amewu. What you say? NDC must do their homework. Promises. 58% of people say promises. 24-hour economy. Instead of fleshing it out, encouraging people to use it, and about me, and about me to me, I convince a Canada Japan. I'm a Canada Japan co-position, my Canada Japan in a campaign. Why can't NDC convince and Cremophone penny for what NDC want to say who the aya? Any Muntaka to join national campaign. When Jamuntaka, Ashanti region, regional leadership, Muntaka, you mistake NDC. You have 40 days to fix it. And yes, sir, you're too close to come. I'm your mom for joining them in Amumbrem. Wait, just your family Bible. And to make me join it, you don't have to agree with me. That is my mentor. No, no, beyond. Whenever I force on him, I agree. Oh, that is the essence of democracy. The only thing that we won't allow is to have a do be at him. What I say, but you have to disagree. Also, the award here on fire near who wagging. What I say, what you think, what you see. The CDD for research, who disagree, who is winning. Maybe see you're too close to call. It will boil down to real any buga, any ways and means. And then I started no party for be up in the uncle Ekutian. It will continue like that. So what I say, it's my member a Nanajimai. Any first person on joining and Nanajima, good evening, Aquaba, just made so.
Good evening, Sister Fia.
Oh, Johnny from here.
No, Switzerland.
Good. My auntie, what do you think?
And then me first time I'm with the Abaso. Anyway,
we appreciate you. We appreciate you.
Okay. Oh, I need the program now. One thing is CDD for a year or more candy. Me no more yapping. Now we can the central region MPP for baby and a bit loose.
MPP, yeah.
Fine. But young said, oh, the no can Bawku side for. Ntokwana esi wono so eno so say another factor a bit me aboa NDC for but ebia na say de wokan ya
shenanigans go for share
yes ebia eno enti na ebia omo yes also there eno so be another factor but yen hwe bibi wo voter region no omo go for no e wo mo say NDC be win ni there. But on vote, are you for being increase on vote to MPP being increase on vote?
Our area being
voter region.
Voter region, okay.
Voter region. And I'm lastly, the person may be because I'm for which lastly, me know by your dream say, are you too close to call? Are you too close to call? Ubi a bit me any election. No matter how, ubi a bit me any. That was it. So mama kwenya na msuma
boss. That's para ye chance with the land for why? You're too close. Na NDC NPP for be increase your vote to voter region. All do to me win region. Okay, good evening ni akwaba.
Stefia mejo suna mpatwe de say.
Adum minim say we join here from UK me boa.
Wow, sure.
Great. Yentio.
Stefia me chia for. Stefia me chia Dr. Mohammed Bawumia ne team bebi omo bia no. We bomb person yankopom embo om ho ban onfa ni moja ne nkata om so na campaign no se de ekọ na enkoye sa amichia subin for emse subin mi agasa mi dem this last Saturday om ye work na se fi afa we ni kohwe na brutal subin kwa no
we dem consent ti mo ko work na go for ba say news
so fi ara bi tie say am for say Ashanti region omubu ofuni ade nti se bibi sa ba ejinja masses no salt ase bibi sa kwa jinja masses no and I wish any pa omukoya utumu say yes still Stefia me ko CDD asem no so Stefia was a CDD research ya omuye no e koma doctor Bawumia efete no
how
Stefia mami nyina say nipa nsuban character Stefia na enim Dr. Bawumia yo bia sister Stefia untrim fa ketase hye proye kankan entage Dr. Mohammed Bawumia Stefia even Dr. Mohammed Bawumia ni DNA no kra no corruption nim hwe campaign a oye odru voter region hwe nsema ahemfo ne asofo e kafa ne ho omso de enimu se de wotie no sa na wotie unyo bia oya ahomaso hwe Dr. Mohammed Bawumia campaign a oye sabe onkogina nkran endidi nkranfo atem some de dokro ne nchina na mope so ti ase Dr. Mohammed Bawumia okasa okani policies or dey na Dr. Mohammed Bawumia
can be my BRT so I mean these things
are not person na make Dr. Mohammed Bawumia men that
anyone party
no Mr. men divert me na Dr. Mohammed Bawumia na yeto abama no ono na ni din we ni mu ayekoto abama
oni you know so
o say
running mate nka ho
na so running mate ni photo ni so
doesn't even matter photo campaign
Bawumia
na po ananya sa
Stay fear Bawumia na po no Bawumia so na me kan tu de men divert me because
question na me
who said the NDC for them
Muhammad Kutia to akokan kran
for Muhammad Kutia anya Kutia na asam na me kan me bo na asam anya no kro say
obi
pim na Kutia men ka say me pim na Kutia
so emphasize there me say Muhammad yam for am say bi wo
Still, try me. Dr. Mohammed Bawumia sama CDD4 kana fetino no ni di na mabo. Enti ma men kama sempacho. You. Dr. Bawumia onko di atem. Dr. Bawumia onko jira Ashanti region and kan cham some dey the gold cry kwan a enya mo fe. Dr. Bawumia en kan chira Ghana for say mo de menya magician na mama mo job. Ena de o ba no so de enkuko nketenkete na eba. Stefia here, almost a campaign promise. Stefia, you see, Dr. Bawumia and some of our Yaba energy, Dr. Bawumia can sell the solar 2,000 megawatts of power and a Babaka national grid. A doable. He can do it. Obet me. And yet, a Mahama 24-hour economy okay, a Pasca, because Menu can say, only a manifesto, rating manifesto, and this may be. Last me challenges so
I have a copy of it. They have a
me can't from
but you don't they have a vision. Mama's anti-brofo manifesto happen. The
only documents.
Use manifesto.
Stefia, Miss Omni rate copy who be next week.
Copy
Stefia, don't tell me that. Me a Ghanaian, me here on copy. I'm
why your homework now you don't have a copy? I say you don't have a copy, but to say
Stefia, me Stefia, me friends or me NDC for me to have
it doesn't matter. So don't blame them. I'm telling you that they have a manifesto.
Only written,
they have a written manifesto.
Me challenge you next week for bra. One that's a for bra.
May I work? I mean, I'll be challenging.
Prove it. So now, me
I tell you that they have a program until you have to go and check. So don't come and show you middle.
This election.
When I'm calling, I'm telling you,
is there. So who challenge me?
Go back and watch that episode. Is there?
It's
not true.
Because MPP, yeah, manifesto.
Manifesto. So go and do your homework and find out.
I
will not allow you to spew that, misinformation.
I'm not spewing anything. The research,
it is not accurate.
Research and written manifesto.
I'm telling you, they have a document.
So if you are pretty much because NDC for international Mahama, Obejina on Timin Council, Papa Bianca Ghana for no. Last time the campaign platform, so I'm one fridge. Look at this. Ghana Sabis here, Dr. Mohammed Bawumia, on Namna, all Casa, also a bag, I'm say. Watch out, Quaya, Obefa Swagalam City, a bayer, sense, I say, doable. I don't know Ghana for sure.
And NDC manifesto and Cabos, Galamsey as an NDC has captured it in their manifesto.
I don't know, Monka. I don't know how to drown.
NDC propaganda Zambia.
Me propaganda. Me turn me party. Me turn me candidate.
I
Me candidate. Joma Meka. Me
come and misinform about your mom.
I'm not misinforming anybody. Me who na make the only NDC so ba ono so me prove me say omo document on fa me kire. Me dem abeka nti the NDC who the party bi anti me am one krampo say wo ku. Wo de me ku.
No, but I was saying the factual. So when you say categorically say NDC narrating manifesto, that is not true. Now I'm telling you, media program, they have a vision, they have a written manifesto, they have a youth manifesto, they have a women manifesto. What are you talking about?
I
so now you are admitting that they have a
manifesto written way, the copy way. I don't make a copy for you. Can I written? Me no kasa Dr. Bibi Bawku. Manifesto committee ho elmukọ ehun tokwane ade omukuni na we know but enya asema me be kan wa Dr. Muhammadu Bawumi ase o the 1 million digitalization jobs and eba I don't see the before akwaye ho researcher omo aba be kan because Ghana for extremo Dr. Muhammadu Bawumi o 8 years a obekọ okọ ya took 4 years ni ma no na wentimi anya adwuma na oba ye be question Muhammadu ya 4 years now on time be because all pay be the kra when someone did the atama Mahama be did Ghana for atem Ghana for me yes ram muntuma Dr. Muhammadu Bawumi na ni so ade hu ene niam papa o pese o de Ghana ekọ nanim no ye na ye pa brocha ba niam Dr. Muhammadu Bawumi pese o ye no eno bi na brocha he enjoy niam bebre no na ye enjoy no na Dr. Muhammadu Bawumi aso obe no Ghana tie nuanu misramu muma yantuma Dr. Muhammadu Bawumi onu na order number 1 no size
no say you close. Who say you close?
Stefia me makatro say Dr. Muhammadu Bawumi abewini a ebebro wadwene onti ase so ebe Ghana for wanwa because
what say means me na mo be ya number there.
Stefia ye what say means on say about 6 months ago 8 months ago no na John Mahama elidi meboa research even
2 years ago cry sell no mo lady
you na dey na fere aba be close we can bibi kire we so wo ni so ade wo bibi a so unim sunsun mu niam we can bibi kire say aba no say fi anya easy mom me can say culture for MPP no anya culture but ruling government or lusu elections you see na John Mahama elusu ye hu ye but this time no who say aban otis no election nya dia olusu because oniama bebre aban timi aba wetimi aya Ghana for na akra na e ka se mo ayese nti e beto amamo John Mahama time no bi ni ho sa enti we ni John Mahama there is difference wom
yo
Stefia me that say
yo brother but of akama ne bra from na anyway na aka bra kwa me Jude ne oni apa ne eda meba mo edi meba mo sisi obaje good evening.
Good evening, Stefia. Saying
Adam yenti o me say o join here from New York me boa.
Right.
Good yenti o.
I feel we dey asana me come as no me of okay oba ya nyabotre na church unsem na ne okike kan die ntwa yi o ka manifesto afia one say Bawumi abeka ne manifesto me ba ha be praise no e ka say the manifesto now wa be reading very fantastic but my problem is Ghanaian going to trust him to vote for him. Yes, I show my makers. After saw the manifesto ni buy no one who say wajina ba bi kura ka manifesto ni mu asem.
Bawumi
yes.
I think my teacher can ho asem. Snippet of it like manifesto as but omo issues na woman no nurses there any the digitalization
digitalization no kan cross omo tro manifesto. But
what you see omo kan ni na to omo manifesto ni.
But may be the point to be back. What it means is say manifesto and a national plan is two different things. Obi the silent remante. We have manifesto a group of individuals been a committee boom no mutroye. Baumia doesn't own it. He has no idea what it means. Ubi say manifesto page 1 across it there. He will struggle. You have to take the book to read and tell you what is in there. You can say planner near Alan Tramante Atron. Fionuani trimming na kumamuni ni nimdie. It is a see, I mean, no, because Ofra na business or manifesto, page number 7, and then I watch row. Alan will just read it out of his head on Korea book. That is what we call national plan. And when the Omoka manifesto, I'm boiling up. Yeah, national plan, not manifesto.
And they say, definition of manifesto is reciter, just because the parliament me recite it. And now we don't tell America reciter, there's America.
No, if you get it wrong. I'm not saying reciter. And yet you and poor them. I can't you and poor the end of what it means in it say. You can manifesto. The person in the crowd manifesto na nunti ye bega swatu abama no. Abani ye beto abana ye be. That is why MPP are failing this time, all because of manifesto. If you are mamichira wadi bi. Akufado obano. O kanyema be a promise and you know manifesto. Edu baby no kojina platform you say you business o ka say obey as me person me bob baby specific place. O ka say obey was say no, I don't remember saying it. But that it was in the manifesto. Right? That means that manifesto no the year Jumana and just for campaign. And yeah, they mean what they're saying. What I mean is that Alan a draw the planner. It's coming from him, something he's willing to do for the nation. It is Alan Bana Bizan say, okay, so obey we are, and when Oceania may. And I said, Migusu and Ruhonum. It's in a plan and manifesto, two different things. Manifesto, the affair, some no way. Maybe I have former association, Yakaso, Yanni, plan a debate. Met my friend with phone, so what friend the next person, here, plan and here. I didn't feel Bawku for him.
Now, what makes you think MPP before they need Bawku for team? And not to more team. They always have a manifesto team.
Menka say Bawku for MPP for manifesto, a group of people. And I created Bawku.
Now, Alan, the only day we are one Alan Kwane Troya.
Alan Kwane Troya, dear.
Oh, opening yes, sir. Alan Kasaba, Jude Natie, Jude Krati, a team of experts, and in the fall and what or buy and on your year, do my government and test out here and the more UN. Because Alan Kwane manifesto. Seriously, one person cannot write a manifesto.
The dinner that's an Alan Bejnawa.
Manifesto.
Okay, let's go with yours. And Alan Kwane Troy. Okay. Just as a clean flow. Now, Sabuga Samia Yekan a bebrave former and run a Junkwa. Cynthia Morrison almost got killed. Minimum what here?
Mate.
What you say? And you know, party more honor say Mudia Musi, ye cause a buga. It doesn't mean you should kill somebody. For what some ebia not assemble across kind out to waka. But some mobile plot to say mobile send a group of gunmen. Now my quarter and say
you know for sure say MPP for not send a group of gunmen to do that way.
You can't buga. There's a lot of party going on. Chadawum. Alan Wom, MPP and this wom. I'm not mentioning me label will be as on why. But what I'm saying is from eyewitness now, they say MPP for car. About me post talon from the eyewitness in a business worker. Police for an investigation. Me
oh, so people to me up a bonnie the ammo for be cracker and you'll be photo about.
I leave that for the police. But what I mean is
they don't repeat it because I investigation, then we don't.
No, I will never do that. And I keep repeating, this will be nice. But what I'm trying to say is you can't buga. It doesn't mean that we should kill somebody. Brother, can you bet me there? Why do we have to use even gun for election? Chromo, if you take Chromo, now no dear, Donald Trump are suing. A whole president, Babontin, be condemned. Joe Biden was the first president to condemn. That should tell us that politics and as an election is not about violence. It's your promotive vote. When they power, no, it is also the partner some no can vote against him. The only vote for him. That is why we do election. So Ghana, where say, so them did to say Bia, Obi Timijana, Obi platform, so no, did you be vice president? Said Jena, and I said, what name say by four. Obi Mame. So what I say, Modi, we can't be chairman. I don't know. You can't go. Ghana politics. I don't get it. Say.
About closeness. No, do you also see that then you're too close to call? And I hear something else. What do you see?
I see the before. I don't agree with them. All right. Hey, be crying on bet my I post and then I dear bet you less than 2 hours. Things changes. I don't go back national post there. Obisa or the near the who are fed near or the manifesto you can't say.
There be almost say there will be no crack, they also and they all campaign promises.
Let's face Ghana candidates na coding I can't be odin crack. You cannot match anybody with Alan Tramantin. So what is there? Yeah, from Clinton to Crank. Nobody Alan Tramantin is unmatched. One, you cannot tag him with corrupt. Onyina by being intruder. Onkojina by being castle bet years of for I was joking. Onyina baby enka say in can for the dokun me ba meye muse. He's sticking to his plan. Idea about the bay or bebo man. Right from Tamano Wabam, let's look at it this way. A trade minister versus a vice president. Nase Mutiminya audacity say you say you try to sabotage him. That's how I don't know a trade minister though. He's able to challenge the vice president and whole machinery is supporting him. That's what a threat amamudia. There's a question mark. What the airline jana di Baumia jana? If you excuse me to say, sir, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, he knows he cannot match Allah. But or your party favorite, and you're too soon. The Ghana send you almost to say that Alan you be suddenly
okay.
Alan somebody.
Okay.
Let's wait till the election on the 7th where we need cry. Hey, he will pull a surprise. Or we need to call run off of Sudia. And yeah, at some honey Abekano. They say they will leave it as it is. But my idea. Even though it's not too close to call, too close, it doesn't go for MPP, doesn't go for NDC. Chada can take over.
Okay.
Alan can take over. Ethiopia can win. It's in a hot day. Maybe I agree with them, but in some of Moka said they will be out the submarine Alan should be the best.
Okay. I'm not baby. Jude, but good evening, Papa.
It's a very good evening, but what to make up?
Me too, Papa. I mean, it's all Johnny in Chicago and Carolina.
They made what the Republican conservative state of Texas, Houston.
Oh, okay.
Front City.
Makoto switch up more red and I'm blue.
Oh, Provenzo. Makoto Maba, my Trump, Crown, and my relaxing.
What about my Trump?
Metono.
Supporting early voting.
Yeah, it's to say the to say this time you are too big to rig. It may make
Donald Trump.
Oh, me say Adana me go to baby, I me go to Maba. You could do before 7 a.m. They call line and they walk. Stefia, I'm not make sure.
Because we will Trump campaign you on New York and for first line as early as 11. The campaign was to start at 2.
Madison Square Garden is any free. David. In here, artists, celebrities, they said they all can Beyonce. Yeah, in here, Trump, the Trump himself, just the personality of Trump can fill the Madison Square Garden. Who says celebrity about?
As a celebrity, didn't you come outside? Almost.
We can Beyonce. My feature here. It took Beyonce and Zana Kamala to affiliate a stadium of Kruma.
Beyonce and Bank come to me fail.
agrocra no moody. So this time the
So do you think the celebrity endorsement affected outcome?
Before 2016, it was even worse. 2016, Trump and Hillary. Celebrity Ben and also Hillary Clinton. And then you could see it. Polls are more in the polls and then you could see it.
And it just a Ghana, the other one celebrities there if for the more gym affected.
You see, a fanfare campaign or more. Yeah, fanfare campaign. And then I made as a man make a canon and away, you know. Polls, Miss Obienu or your credible polls, our Ghana to say. This is if you what MPP.
Oh, see, for my year 10 times in you.
Yeah, they will get it totally wrong. Miss after this year's election, posters be brave, because they are still basing it on the time and they need third credible force, which in the person of Alan Chamatin.
Okay.
And go be a post, I'm going to Facebook comments. No more the ababe, and I check the ABT Alan Chamatin, and I bay almost said Sini. Obizu akoye post a total Alan and 3.6%.
Yeah, I know you're going for the 3.6%.
As a man,
don't force Alan, on the ground. What shall Alan Benya saying?
Yeah, my percentage. Me metrahama percentage. Me no D4. Me no commissioni. Yeah, my percentage. Yeah, but you said the only credible poll will be the December 7th elections. And then call for Kikana that will cast a crowd MPP. Ebiana Alan in Toment Mena 80 day.
80%.
80%. MPP benya 80% for that election. Alaji Dr. Baumia MPP. Akufo-Addo, na next personal party MPP. Benya 80% to Ashanti region. It's a very grown idiot. Do you know Sir Alan has been in Ashanti region for almost a month now?
Yeah, I mean, if Ashanti region, Alan is a threat to them in Ashanti region.
Chief who free Ashanti region. He has been there since October 2nd. Visited 350 communities, 47 constituencies. You fanfare campaign. You community by community. To be say Alan community when a campaign.
Why is Alan focusing on Ashanti region? Or preventing MPP from getting 80% Nana?
We are not just focusing on Ashanti region, but Ashanti region, yes, your headquarters. You know that there is no doubt about that. Your headquarters were Patase Ashanti region. Only your headquarters were. If we focus on Ashanti region, is a right, but don't let people be deceived as Ashanti region campaign. The campaign the person and
okay,
because Alan has been around. Like he said, he's an old horse in this game, running a youth-led campaign into another more strategic direction and a youth, executive campaign. People think they be another region in the Kikahona campaign. Say a Juma Honorable Boniface, born or northern region. And yes, our campaign, your friends say.
Okay, because it's still too close to call, and the race is between NDC and NPP. What do you say?
Just say Esre crack because maybe Esre, mommy, because
after Bamitari said 58% of respondents say they are not comfortable with voting for a different party. And they just said they will go with the traditional NDC NPP. They're not saying correct.
Yeah, any party. There in any party is almost me as a lawyer.
The report again said that Uncle Ford, or 51 and I'm not comfortable with voting for independent candidates also.
And when you're 51%, 49%, no more comfortable there. And you're more can.
Okay.
Yes, we will choose to look at it from that perspective. Alan Chamatin is not your ordinary independent candidate. I keep saying this, and people keep taking us for granted. So obit mit now ekase MPP ebenya 80%. It was an election or Ashanti region.
They know they are maso.
It will grow so.
You more Alan team, you will make sure MPP will never get 80%.
We are not in the race to make sure the NPP doesn't get 80%. We are in the race to win, to transform Ghana. And your NPP won the year junior. Oko granny be a grass go for him say Alan Granny a candidate for MPP. I said the man Alan Chamatin, do not underestimate the candidature of Alan John Kwadwo Chamatin. They be because that's a way, but the media and some posters are still trying to make the election a two-race election. MPP, NDC, NPP. Let's give Ghana some credit.
Ofa nipa best a 10 nipa 6 no komo so omo ntoaba. Se nipa 6 omo pe change candidate. Alan Chermatin is the change candidate in this election.
And is the reason why SAS6 no will vote.
Of course.
Okay.
It is a bit no we catch us say, oh, Alan there, Ottomana, oh, we need Alan there, himself or it is a propaganda NPP for spend this and I'm from yes, propaganda.
Okay.
Money so
Okay.
Alan there, you fine gentleman, your name's on then go and go to my man. But I'll go to our man no what the best say. It is a lie from the pit of hell. Me na make catch up. Senipa 6, I think common to aba, no more pe change. Na say wo oka 6 no ko to aba ma Alan Chermatin. Me to ma Alan Chermatin. Alan will win and Alan will become the president of Ghana. It is an na omo Canada. They may encouraging conference main theater the encofor count. Be part of the history making. To Obama Alan Chermatin said the mayor that year urban will bit ma catch one nanom say Kwame Nkrumah enya political independence ma Ghana. The second Kwame Nkrumah, which is Alan John Kojo Chermatin, and the benya economic independence ma Ghana. Na me ka omwa ya to Obama Alan Chermatin hu e ma ne be transform Ghana.
Okay. If you get before Abekomambusa or Yafana Oniapa Francis are joining in the US, then do you see it close between Trump and Kamala now?
US election or the Trump befa in my opinion.
You think Trump befa?
I am biased.
Even Republicans, if your mind don't say Hillary no still or befa.
Oh, Kamala na.
Yeah, Kamala. Yeah, so Republicans I endorse it. My prince, some of vice presidents not even supporting Trump.
Because that's the thing. Trump, when it comes to Trump, because of Sedio Ositi and Inti, also son sim huno so. It is on no year Juma. Now yen sim huno. Now you say Kelly, Abidjan Hockey card can sim huno. Where you with? He fired you. And it's where you with. That's all about the time can't they all that. Hey, what was it? And it's normal. Okay. And I said Hillary Clinton grants men BT Trump, not Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris is the worst. Yes, one day there will be a first female black president, but it will not be Kamala Harris.
Okay,
it will not be. And until the high election, they are very dicey. Maybe there, where I'm speaking from a biased perspective, as a Texas resident, I'm a conservative. Me believe in nuclear family. Me believe say a bear money or bar and a worry. Me believe
one of the
key place in a mass force. Transgender in some huna or motre your mouse school. No, Yanuma or Texas, Yanuma Republicans, we are in full support. Ya who ordain your pipe book any BBA Trump. That's a Trump win so be whom Muhammad be yasa. That's about him. I'm
not traveling. One or new ones are broken. And very interesting. Say, oh, betting us very 30 minutes notice. So he played that music for me. Play that.
And no. Yeah, we are near about hallelujah. Yeah, candidate. We because Jesus is Lord. You see, you are the wrong rally. Sign power in here. Go to Abamani Medi, US also as the president. Empire away.
You. So a very interesting. That the first Trump Ghanaian Trump voter. Maybe
you will get it wrong.
Maybe could not Trump.
And I make a sure. I
want to understand what goes on into.
I'm sorry, I'm a Houston. Majority black. Make my catchers that 95% are voting for Donald Trump. And it's almost that the black people are not going to vote for Trump. They are kidding themselves. Crap.
That's very interesting. Yeah, very interesting. Only ever find the good evening.
Good evening.
Bajo is free.
Because free. Ben City, Mannheim, Germany.
Germany, okay. What is some to my baby? Good. Okay. Yes, you. What do you think about Ghana?
My memory, I don't know what chief with now, so I do. And say, match contributions amount for Amekia and CD before so. Omupus of Mudia better to our team. Men of the new who they say, people are just basing a lot of their resource on past events. So say you call from the way Dr. Baumia assessor the politics in Ghana now. So say those days now the propaganda and a winning abano. and I say winning election, on say it is phasing out. On say, people are trying to understand the politicians. So say the Omukano, and on a Omuye. So, and you say most of the time, politicians, the world is there, but and now some factors have been, Omuntimi yet and no media also meeting, Omu A. So on city city. I don't acquire propaganda. At this time around, the way Dr. Baumia has started a campaign, say a share a mara or didn't both solutions, ever two Ganoa. So near compare both solutions, with Omu Manifesto now. Yen say most of the issues are where or touching on are in the manifesto. So
Okay.
yes, and now I'm saying the both solutions according to Nipo Mubeno, 90% of the both solutions now for the Babontin on one aid and trade. So and a greater percentage of the both solutions now the buy I want the manifesto on city he has the practical means of what materializing these kind of what manifesto promises on city but compared to NDC so on manifesto baby and at the war campaign grounds so baby they don't sing.
Oh yeah, so 790 NDC has been talking about nexus, and job creation. Galamsey the man small scale man. You know our manifesto no more campaign platform.
Sister, see, me a to da kura na say NDC focus say there's no job me question me busa me ho ne say na NDC for no omu create job no and na NPP for buy ebe yi jobs ni fi ho so ye nyina ni ho and na kwaku bu ahe akwaku an say Galamsey for to abama NDC na after 9th or they say December made the Emra.
Yeah, a small scale mining. Legal one.
Your kind not they was instigating the Galamseyers against NPP. And yet now you who the results. But what was it city? Yeah, Mahama. Was see what ya chu matum ewo Galamsey Hunina or Bawbeden, obey you, obey amnesty. You see, so until the one from manifesto, and need the whole kind of campaign platform. I mean, how do they think? So what you say? What you say? Or say a do campaign so who can no crack a canoe to book a crano and not a Mahama.
I'm not sure if that is what, because I think the other person chance all the compare Chinese if one of me Galamsey no said you prosecute you against Ghana for no me Galamsey send you prosecute you now. I'm fairness be a come into therefore so no amnesty and as the president who are right to grant amnesty. No, amnesty.
Now the history muntie trade I know a moment amnesty there and we are not surprised about it, but you see this kind when you know
amnesty
what also financial loss to the state. We have to use the law to what? To prosecute you. But then, na emrani ye ne jumano. And on the other way, so what a way so and one more amnesty.
The same thing, Mahama. So yeah, it's not different. The same thing.
Multi trade, and sister here.
They were convicted. They went through the trial process. They were convicted.
You're wrong, and me no. But I am very, very feminist. It is when you say something against women in those kind of then you touch my feelings. What I say? Not sorry, Mahama, it was wrong. So minister to Ukraine not also change kakra. Okay. What I say? Yes, no, also change kakra. But what you so and then So it's in the amnesty no or no dear no any strategic say a beer they deserve it. What I say or no and what you use it as propaganda. What I say. So but it's rather unfortunate say or manner you know people don't look at the issues.
Okay.
What I say.
If family by elections, whether it is too close to call, say the research in air can I say obi will lead family by what do you see?
As of now, no, I will agree with you. Say it is too close to call.
Okay.
For that one, but now people are being conscientized. I mean, they are coming to realization. Say we have to think about the issues. So now say the plans are. Bawumia ahead. I prepare go now. Say the manifesto no, and then the both solutions no, they are realistic things. They are realistic. That's what you say. In the sense, say they are doable.
Okay, very well.
Yeah, they are doable in the sense, say so. It means concentrate in the internal factors of the country. No use to those factors now. What you say? Obey me, I'm materializing most of the or they say promises now. Why they want making what you say, and it will benefit the country and then the future of the country and then the future generation. Compared to kitchen Mahama the Ekikano. So Mahama they are contradicting themselves with their manifesto and then their campaign platform. I'm saying say Bawumia is going to win hands down.
Okay, I'm back with you. Also. Good evening.
Good evening.
And I mean, so I will come at him. No, I'm not anybody's worker, but I will come at him.
How many Abeja him? Mutia. Echo Google, Google, yeah, you see, I'm Google. If you type the word stooge, STOOGE, type in a check the meaning of a stooge for me. Better make it as some do.
Mpocho can watch him. Mpocho.
There. The Diablo platform that we catch on there, it's for education purposes. The fact that NPP does not mean that everybody can sama on your curve. And the fact that I have a soft spot for NDC and I'm here NDC doesn't mean that I can sama on your curve, right? Prepare your field quizzes here. He's an epitome. He's the typical description of somebody we call a stooge on a mention. With a K bear, the same thing. How can you say that NDC doesn't have a manifesto? It's only somebody who doesn't really understand it. Like he doesn't understand on similar coordination. What to do can work. As some as a mama kaka in Kramfu up in the queen. And think I will forget Yasantin, say Yasantina, that's fine. And think you don't speak the Ga language, so you would not be able to interpret it. See, the error of them
protesting against Mahama comments. So let's not go there. Hey.
Yeah, what do you mean? Let's go. The one the guy was saying that Muhammad Kadamasa, you didn't tell him to stop because you know that
I did more. I did. I don't want to go back and forth with you today. I did. And the minute I added, I was even fact checking. I did. So, but I'm saying that in California, a press conference responding to Muhammad. They are the custodians of the language. So language is not an issue here. Go to your point. Then make your point.
Yeah. The guy was making a reference. The video is there. I'm a medicine because I speak typical guy. He was talking about Obirika about digital. And he was making reference that we don't want digital kinky. Yeah, pay digital kinky. Here's your pay and kind of how is that an insult? Issue because some people don't have message, because they don't have anything to say, they want to stand on it. The master can go on kitty. It's much ado about nothing. Do you understand? The era of Papa Nankasa no okay, more questions. I'm not saying propaganda with you. Maybe they don't even understand the word propaganda. Obi Kasama, let's not twist it. And Tasa, you ask and somebody will explain to you, or better still, listen to the whole tape. the era whereby we would tape and be baby knows that can some just to make somebody look bad or maybe just disgrace somebody, which we don't have time for all these things. If you want to do politics, if you want to talk about issues, let's talk about issues. In any case, of a kid or Ben, they can say, yeah, but
Forget about one. Can what they so what is election? See, NDC NPP. What they know? What are you doing to also market the one that you for the other? They can help us. Can what they?
Obey, can I also obey your turn candidate?
You are candidate.
So let me. What can some about Muhammad, which is not true? Let me correct him first.
Candidate, sell your candidate. What can one man to sell your candidate?
Why should I ignore somebody? You are not getting it. You know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about. I feel like you are wasting time responding to others. Sell your candidate.
If you, I'm not here to sell any candidates. Okay. I'm here to educate somebody who doesn't understand. I'm here to correct certain mischievous mindset. I want to perform my dream. That's how it is. That is how it starts. Well, there's someone who work about someone car about Bahama in the past. No, hotel Dubai. Those things, so people believed it. But in the long run, we realize that they were all lies. It's the same thing that they are trying to do. I will not allow it. Mitcha, more respond. Wofake doesn't know anything. He doesn't know. No, we don't do that. Because you have a platform to talk on. No way. No way. We will not allow, some of us will not allow that. Back to the issue. The election is closed. Everybody knows that it's closed. It's very, very close. Because we have a certain election, but who is there, who is also fighting for votes. Honestly speaking, he's doing marvelously well, especially in the Ashanti region. And the reason why NPP are actually candidatory. And this way, there's no way they can get 50% in Ashanti region. They know. And NPP trying to get 80%. Alan Chamatin or the Garigo or the other Gari. That's how it is. It's close. It's close. By the end of the day, there will be a clear winner. And then make the CDD 1 year, if CDD 1 year obey one survey is anything to go by, we know clearly who is going to win the elections. We know, based on all the facts that have been enumerated. Sure, ability power, there are a whole lot of things that comes in, and all the signs are on the wall. You don't need a soothsayer, but that doesn't also mean that one of us will win election. They should just relax. The work has to be done to the end of the day. It's close. I'm not one of those who believe in post, but if you tell me it's close, I know it's close because of the history, the election history in the past from 2012 to 2016 to 2020. You understand? You see, that is it. I mean, I don't want to have any issue with anybody, but the thing is, what more platform do that? What can someone they shouldn't say anything which is not true. Anything that they say, that we realize that they are trying to assassinate the name of John Dramani Mahama, who will come back and defend it. I mean, but we are facing facts. Last election, we try to shoot Tonodo, right? Eventually, years down the line, we realized that they were all lies, including those who came out to say those things. One can say, when you banana, obitin baby no be about Bahama, on cash, on Shanka, who be Biara.
Okay. You, Mammy calls way, Nana, sorry, over Uncle Paco's Mamma. Good evening. How one
Sister Biamicha. Pajo say.
One Virginia, and I said DC and DMV. Okay, do you also see it too close to call and I say saying?
Sister Fia and son of a casa, Mammy Chia be chrome for and more open for Michium. I said that they be American almost at Jubrembra. Sister Fia, election at this point, I'm surprised that some people are talking about close. First, they win the election. I feel I'm close.
And that's every day we are near my sister. Like every week, we are things change. Yeah.
From immediate time, closeness, it was at some point in time, but almost our update your research now. No more picking new info now ground now. Almost BBS.
Okay.
Sister Fia, I'm very sure, sir. So that maybe catch her by him. So why do you know, Papa? Maybe catch her, sir. More new voter region, and I try to understand what is going on there.
Yeah, I think you said it. It's me who videos not from voter region. I was gonna my base supported because then the party go mean say munyina mo ye. Mbeti me aswan kokwa just for jege reasons.
Sister Fia, election and the job did the grounds. Yeah. So after I make a choice, I'm going to voter region. Now your mama no northern region where campaign, and I OTCBB cost of voter region. Because of that, he had to stop northern region turn and come to the voter region quickly to try and cover some grounds.
The Baumienti na mama trying to campaign to storm voter region.
Yeah, about early to try and stem and stop some bleeding at their customer. But you see, election here, you know, Sister Fia, what the NDC don't realize, they say propaganda, no, are no more in the past. No. It works if you can back it with some additional maybe, and yet trust I can so was stronghold now catch them so now they cannot see something tangible. What they are throw more on top of the outcome, or more this animal they are comfortable. You can do it up to a certain point, but it will not always win you, especially in today's era. Sabi you free senior high school, aba nipa bebe na eco school. Mami can be sister Fia. With the personal observation, you can correct me if I'm wrong. So me share Ghana, me share Ghana. Now me share the demographics. Now me share the people from the voter region. If I'm in voter and the eco school. So when we do media dance here, they are very bright people, very academic and intellectual here. They are very good in terms of the academics, right? And oftentimes, our more problem was sister access to education. It was a big problem on more. Unlike the say, school now is on World Cup, right? Unlike other places, maybe I'm more family, those kind of conversation we usually have. Oftentimes, if you take people from that part of the region, you really make the advance say academically they're always good because so we only look at school no come. Now obi aba no abe mom free senior school na ndo mumba bibiri na atimi ko school na aba be catch am say NDC religion on to abama NDC sabi NDC religion man no to abama no who difference in terms of the development.
You are saying sir MPP for politics no is winning them votes in the voter region.
It's winning them. It's softening the heart of people to realize say hey and amewu the amewu here knows what amewu did for all the ripple effect and yet just when they say people from other districts, other regions can see the influence of Amewu coming into the political landscape for just one term. And NDC having been in that region for almost 26 years. Na sabi, mbem konfono mutono, omu sabi, omu nro monim kosiro, omu nso tono mo nwa, efamfo onso mu yo. They might not immediately switch their allegiance totally 100%, but they can see a difference. Regardless of what propaganda you want to do, they can see certain key.
Total votes na munya voter region. Are you saying that this election be increase and I'm to be increasing votes? No?
Yes. The expectation is that those numbers will go up.
Okay.
Those numbers will go up. Of course, like I told you, we will not win voter region, and then it won't happen one day. It will take time. But since if you're historical, now voter region, you know what about UPO.
And you okay, baby, to say Keta, Mimi lost for Keta. They are UP areas all the way to yeah, they are UP areas, yeah.
Yes, historical not talk about UP Rollins. Omo dia ba akuba Rollins in the man name be sign. And now of course, name be see in between that on the beton. They are not new to say UP tradition, but Bibian Timi Sasana Timi Sama Obi, Etimi, Beji or Muvota, or Mutu Obama edition. So I'm a bit me as I will be answer. What I'm saying, and I say this election, about managing the margins, right? Managing the margins. When NPP say they want to win 80% in Ashanti region, why? Everybody know where people win Ashanti region, but it's about managing the margins. This is stronger. A little bit push on the margins. On aggregate, it helps you and then it pushes you along all the same across the land.
Do you think it's 80%? Because Jude is 80 in Ashanti region.
If you have a campaign in the whole year, you have to set target 80%. The minute there. I think it's a good target, but it's a very ambitious target. But I mean, it's how you have to always set yourself higher, and then you strive that way, which is a good thing. Instead of setting a lower bar, on the amateur. Intimidity say if even we don't get that, and the margins are working on our behalf in other places like the northern region, the minority communities, and then the voter region and places we don't usually do, and you're getting those margins on net basis. Underline the word on net basis. Sister Fia, you win the election.
Okay.
You lose some, you gain some, but on net basis, you are still within that.
They say permutations and more you lose a central region, you gain Ashanti, you gain Eastern, you lose Greater Accra. You're not more years this year.
What the back room or Omoka or the same Omoka states, other 5 states, no Omoka swing states, no, right? So in Nakahubi, on the Amichon, I didn't know when you Pennsylvania, Arizona, Michigan, or the same Nevada. It's the numbers. The numbers is driving that kind of campaign strategy. So on the Amichon. You know, me this sister Fia CD4 post, you know, patron as of what date? And I'm team
okay, well, I don't think that let me see if they cited it, because what they said was that they sampled the Afrobarometer team in Ghana led by CDD interviewed nationally a sample size of 2,400 adults in Ghana in August 2024 until August 2024.
Yeah, September, August. October.
Yeah,
September, October. I say near Massissa. Sister, if you have the catch yourself early first week in November, I can confidently project that the NPP is in a very good place.
They say more opposition, Ben.
Oh, sister, yeah. October head.
I too close to call you.
Mama, some pointers just to guide you. Sister, the catch yourself October head in October was a very difficult month for our campaign because there were so many risks that we're trying to play out simultaneously. And we're able to kind of, die down our risk factors. This is another pointer. The other pointer, and they said, historically, whenever the NDC had won an election from opposition, right? Sister Fia, share campaign at Ames here or the winning election. And of course, at Ames, I said, in integrity also, NPP, Nukrana, or NDC, you can't even tell at Ames. Or no, the campaign at Ames, yeah, or no, 50.8% our election. It's our campaign now, Mama. Is that the same campaign?
Okay.
In me more point say that should automatically tell you, sir, and this campaign has been lacking in many aspects.
Okay.
And if you don't want to mean what there's a campaign at a mess, you will winning power from the position.
If you compare to 2008, then to Muhammad, that's
and you think that this is the kind of campaign, is that the kind of campaign that will win an opposition party, power? Okay, if that is the case,
you of course you owe a Bawumia Pentu Beka no so favor Bawumia, but I think you have a point when you say that Atamos campaign, and we all know the kind of campaign Atamos and see the report, a part of it saying say on better, but they look at the character of the person, honesty level. Your Atamos example also works. Nana everyone, Pacho, good evening.
Oh, good evening, Sister Fia. That's a panel media with you. Pacho,
I don't come, but you're joining a free.
Oh, UK, yeah.
UK, good.
UK, yeah.
Good. But you.
Oh, yeah, buddy. In the first place, though, but Brad Macro Becassa and Fantinimano, yes, Rena, do you share ideas? I am not taking it too serious. Oh, relax your man. I come to him. I don't want more ball, and I was on one more.
If you are no, it's fun. Debbie, damn it.
And Fantinina was say.
I'm to teasing you have to have extreme level of tolerance for damage.
Catch over platform as well. Though I grown here, the number of man come to me. Obi, at this ball, be try one ounce with election time near 2 close. It's your be as some of back camp and cricket why are power a very good propagandist. On you know, and the man on also bound also make candidate, will be a candidate over sleeping echo. That's how it is. I'm side with MPP just because look, Obi Oma Sabi, your school no, Yansakin school fees, Danti, or no, won't be that. And the Yankwana Yamobas see Yamoko school free, no. It's very good thing to them, say, Omuninia, said they never move on, comedy, sign almost unbearable, and I do the. Me one example, maybe so because school, yes, I came school fees, me could be Vienna, to a person is cannot show letter, ma'am, said, Me fan come headmaster. I'm so that I would have shame brief mo see the river course and I ja akola boni me do kwan so na me madam for dey ko shame brief na. Nti headmaster say when you brief there. Say me so minim. You come and say man dad say I should give it to you. Oh no, go and sit down. Me want me who dey no dey above office you kick me chief. Me who dey my head japa. Then we do feel of some say now say me dey shame brief now say I say some catch us me fan shame brief. Me ma dey create am.
Oh no, I say Jessica.
Nti enye sika nti na obo no. All the same nti ya pam school fees pam wa ko through ayi na sa free education and na do dia be. Though it is not perfect, but it's a step in the right direction. What do I say? I will say, yeah, then I say, why no more be but at the moment, maybe I but as time goes on, once a no man or yeah, no, a there be back. That's all I'll say about it. And I bet about a year Ghana election. UK, you are too about, excuse me to say, be crowd pass a man. If you a ballot box or the crowd, one with a polling station, concerning crowd. Ayan in the moon no division no party members na I do election day announce the TV and election day one poll card so o ko bibia school I be a wo ko udu me say some akra ni o emrewa mienu bi penalty o emrewa mienu uhu police ni ho
Ayan ma approach elections no
uhu police ni ho uhu wadani uhu soja ni o be ko na mba mienu pe
it will for Saturday dey fan World Cup because dey World Cup o
me kan ba emra mienu bi na ti o udu o ubo ni ya na yi overall paper ma na ya show bi adaka no o ko san ya na ko na wa da o ma si o kwa unhia ni pa bi wa hia ni pa ba ko mienu menza enti edu enwumra na je se o mo asani na na mo de constitutional head office no ma pa kan enti hono na ya MPs ni e wo sa constitution no mo fa to mbe group o na o mo akin kan ni ade enti bi du o ko tima ba na no, I'm just saying, I had a election, you come the election giddy. Hello, I know some say, I didn't see. Let me say, I'm much about 4 years then, one, Sadan or be a cogini pay. They pay day, Tina, you book or 2 and ya most cantina, and guys get your my I don't think that this people will be doing that. What I say, let me just anti secondary so.
I think that's one of the things that Mahama video no now can say. MPP before they check angwa galo.
The omo ya osumasi no bi anim. Look, 92 election. With a 92 no kwade emfa. Second one after 92.
96
second term. Yeah, you college. NDC war ombre yesika. Omo register a kwata ma na NDC 18. Now, mutimi di egu kam fiti chakrade ye ko Cape Coast village bi o ne fro ankaf omunim villages bi o mankasa register say din o ye ko tututu sa na masa de aba ya tu ya ba na wi o chakrade no school fu
na masa ko tutu won kra na se
omudi ya ko de ko tututu sasa abra no ayi bia ni ho sabra ya tro din eno ano udu a ubo din a eno ano ya ko tututu na mumu this year things have changed. We got transparent ballot boxes. What I say, you got a lot of digitalization issues. Electoral Commission, obi atimi cross checking on ma or then approve say nipa say na register wa ha nipa say na say and the things have changed. This is any events I see see me boxes no ballot boxes you need be na ka ketu start na nipa say na busa ketu start wo omutimi nya be 180,000 na ya tro na the account in those days. Nipa say crowd was to south one no to minyasa na obi ntimi hu but see normal changing things have become more easy to analyze.
The main question is you can't say close and you also see say you're close and now back where
that's why I make cabana is very close. What I say is very close because NDC should have taken an advantage ages ago. I don't know who is advising John Mama. Ages ago, they should have taken advantage. They should have been far way ahead.
Okay.
From the day NPP for MSC Kennedy called PK, Bamia, the Alan no buy crank Alan don't even beat Mama because Alan Bamia and Nanado they are all the same. Nanado has done very well, but doing the preparatory the conform. That's why I wouldn't have prefer Alan or Baumia. He should have let a neutral person come on. It's going to be very, very close. But I think still NPP, government in power, they will find a way to win 50.1%.
Okay. Okay. Mami now at over ne also contribution now the man. Michael Mama good evening. Don't catch it. And then so internet don't play tricks on us. Oh yeah, there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you okay.
Say okay. Yeah. Mechi phone ya na mechi also.
Yeah, you.
Na see if you start me dey say uni men people for no more ka say ya no mama na ye say ase omo ya abofo. Na NDC koto abana ye koto sit if ya kwada so me mechi na kwada so ye mu bebre wono ma me menye MPP ni menye MPP ni bi ana menye NDC ni. Right now no me am for Ghana the way be say dey akona nkoso beba. But ye mu bebre wono ma tema ye susu na ye MPP for real MPP for ni etimi to be for. You see, this is the kind of life we need to stop. A very bad though, but any can say your money yes a one-sided parties nimi nunya omudi for Ketu South Ketu North ne South asema okay. Bantuma numbers are never no. You would think say a Bantuma real numbers. Quadas numbers. That is the nature of Ghana politics and a womb. Says yeah, and she said, if things are changing in that system, no, get it to the point, say already standing a biometric now on sign or fingerprints in a bit me tobacco. I think say good for you, but my will be Kimun, they say, Sebi, you can say, we party winner, na we. And I to them, they also say, unim election we are econo. As Adam can say, may say repeat it. And what for be on my t-shirt or mobile debacco of or moody parties will bring at you. And go for bebre honoma. You see Ghana system no eya na bebre ayenti ase. You feel say ye ho ato ye timi tontare ne mpaboa no baby anasate. O konkro ni mu bebre a omo pentare agu o wo CPP atare o MPP atare o we si eto abani wi ono antu ni botom se o to atare no ye nto abani wi ono antu ni botom se o to atare no na bia di be se enfie mienu because party no will be antare a obehya no kakra. So what's the you two
party t-shirts no.
That is it. And he said party biba next if omudi nechi a enkyere ayo me say pakwasi indrum ana mama sua sa de we. Time pakwasi ejina ne na so a oba ye no. Se pakwasi ba rally na ye ukohwe ni pegu ase a you realize pakwasi aweni abana wie because ni pegu ase no e different from the MPP go MPP ase and NDC ase. But Ghana for die to abana 7th ni nuri ya mo bia ntina ha no mu ndwa nanum na but policies ne na se for about me ka mahama ka no Ghana for no bia ye na adwen dadewo de ono no ope bibia free you can say rally na se no obeba na say o study videos na eba obi ono ma ana 50 cedis pe no mo de ma ye ana obi wa yakogina okure nso okuro ma bi omunya MPP for NDC for na na se keka obi ono ma wo se NDC atare ana waji MPP de aguso odan ho anu aro MPP de no na aka na NDC obi o ho a wo se NDC atare so wo be dina read TV so now wo be ye wo analysis say ana baomia ko ha na we ko ha esre because abana ye koto no enye ba bi obi ko ye dynamics bi e wo for ma Ghana for no o ma hu dada ana o mo de koto o maba enye enti eto bia onim you can say napo can say ma otimu say or you passionate about your can Mahama can't say passionate about your can obi e can passionate but what be say Ghana for no de omo so omo kan eno na be omo be kan 7 for no enti say
close and then you close
me who ne say abana hwekra round of beba the way ankofo AC kekan no ebi e can no ma right nana kwame bedi akon or you stubborn ebi can no ma right Alan nana kwame bedi akon or you very stubborn papa what it parties ne pa but unim omo person omo writing off say on to me nyehwe but if you are on here 50% too he just need about 3-5% per NFE abani onya 3% na ni ahwe de oye bema o se ono na waye 3% no baby obetwe free no e ho na ye important say be free Asante region say be free voter region e do ono man e be hwe sister if you akra me
wakasa pa e da se pa is true o mu nyo mo jiji o ma campaign side no say that the Trump they say oh they have small people o ma side no Omo mko ha no mo ano masa akwa. Barry, mama good evening akwa.
Auntie if you to say.
Yeto nka che ho ye.
Bishop Hono adwuma nti ya busy akra. Auntie on say me bad me catch no be ebem. Me catch us Kennedy Japan on be corner national. They did it. All this one. But one thing that we have to realize and say that now of a KB John no can sim bibi as abano ya fa wie na obi ka say oh Ashanti region you have 80%. Dear see sometimes no if say when na e koso and now moto about tie me free what they are. What make you think say right now no it's not going to happen again?
Okay.
So and it was see it here say baby and near because says $9 no 3 cities near see and yet 4 cities and yeah then there's $17 no yes yeah that means no there's something wrong with us. Million of kasa okasai see a ballot boss no and numbers ni go on ma and I be home jina break. Oh, but mama my say oh abana do or that because I'm not going to die for no political party even though I'm NDC man completely. Auntie, if you say something is freer, what does it mean?
Elections now, I say free.
No. Free. See, NPP keep on saying a free education. When we say something is free, what does it mean? Right? My nephew, one of my nephew, called me and said, Uncle, I need some money to just buy. What's sending me any man? Oh, and we something say. I don't know, say bro, for the NTS say the NTS, yes, is free education. What does free education? Right now, okay? I rather want to have a job and pay for my own kids' education than say, who say I need a free but amount of
free, and this is so offer free. In fact, manifesto, no, yeah, free first year, level 100 for free education.
Tio, that means you are not going to pay. And I make us say, brofona, and what's a say, if you tell me something is free, I don't have to just pay anything.
Yes, so free SHS no mum.
And if you know, school, I listen no more.
School no PTA.
Me say, one school list books and now me no say, and near ma ya send me, right? I'm a man obi ko check here.
School ni check what year because because they free.
Me sit here. Me sit here. And you when you
adopt our build this university so be free.
Who dey see me say me ma obi e sheda e ko check was say bema ade na true. Oh me ma madam for different man can tell more fast say be obi ere enkoye oko school mu honom this list dey man no. So those are things that they do.
Because I'm telling you, some me back we school no cramp no. I free and
no. And you all parts say the books and everything is free.
Tuition, you can free now tuition.
So that means we should not stay.
Uniform you free in Tobo.
Okay.
Tuition, school fees you free. Uniform you free, PTA dues you free. And tell you books, exercise books or bedroom or better. I know you really anything.
You go school. I have barely heard it say, oh, me kwakoto. No, sometimes the teachers came to the school and we go and get it. Right?
Yeah, I don't understand. So point and it's saying,
maybe point and say, say, cast a free education, and yes, I can't want somebody. And yet that election was 2020 already. It's done. Right now, what we need to say, they need to kick these people out of the power because they have done terrible. Because say pardon it's here. People say, oh, Muhammad Chantro, Muhammad say, Obi pointing me said Muhammad, okay, what can we? Back then in the olden days, we cannot verify everything. No. But right now, if you say something that is not true, we can go and check it. What's my society? Anything we need to stop all those propagandas now of a K and they say of a K as a say Nania Brisse, as a Saudi Muhammad go to today. I don't understand.
Propaganda. I can tell you propaganda.
See, that is the mistake I hear. We are building a country, not a political parties. even though I'm NDC man, but there's no way I'm going to stand right here and tell you, say, Bia, Mahama, I can say, we, Abraham, minimum says, I don't know, we need to change our thinking.
Mahama lead the elections, so Lydiana.
Oh, of course. Okay. But media may say, or people say, very close. I can tell you, say, this about election way, it will be one touch. And this is, we're going to win completely. Okay. Because, me catch it. After on the 7th, make yeah, two abadi me say Atlanta. Yeah, baba yeah party. Oh, Kumasi. Strong one pa.
Maybe two abani bi anasa o meto. Yeah, two year na party.
Means to about Ghana. Okay. Right, but yeah, but me call for. I've talked to a whole bunch of guys that we are coming.
Party.
Oh yeah, but winning. Yes, you're winning. Okay, no,
NDC free SHS, free university level 100 books can one books in count.
We coming to just make sure say, me no, as I say, my code detail into what they are saying. I'm lying. I've not. Okay. So the metro, but I know say what because they have done it. Mahama being president before, and he knows where to go and just turn things around. Okay. But the American Kenyan say,
SHS in the uniform. PTA.
What do you say? Metra said, "Met me send you know, me send listen." But the American Kenyan Sanjo Pia. Meet me both school didn't have to see entry. But
what texting me school now? I can verify for you.
Metesi. But Mr. Ramwa, the can say. Mamuma Obia, do never kill yourself for any political party. Okay. None of them is worth it. Your life is more important than all these political parties because we are here and they are there. They will do whatever they want to do. Mm-hmm. So do not kill yourself or fight anybody for any political party.
Right, my nurse. Party your life is worth more than anything. But I say some good evening.
Even if you are about there.
I don't want to. So what are you UK? I know you connect from
sure.
UK. Okay.
Yeah.
Back to you.
Before I get to my issue now I say free SHS is entirely free, which is not so.
Tuition, uniform, PTA, and are free.
Which I think is not much significant because maybe what fast.
And yes, they don't have to. If you know not okay, ma'am.
That's how. Listen, me what fast. When you're in fancy pim, na prospectus no I send the brain,
Fancy Maya and fancy pim.
Yeah, no,
boy.
Me
boy, okay.
Boy, I in Accra. Prospectus I send the brain, on my calculation was getting to 4,000. I'm telling you. So I was surprised. I asked me Busa and Papa said, Nasa do see a free no see free any day. And which I don't know now because I also offer it was entirely free. It wasn't free like that because Ocean Yama to talk.
But yeah, they free. Yeah, they're free. And the troubles
which year was that? If which year was that? Because I
feel the way he just finished.
I feel no was how can the prospectus from Fancy Pim?
Let me make an every troubles money money at all. Troubles need to carry the man. We wanted the teachers to teach him extra. School.
Well, because the list that they sent us or in the papaya calculation was getting to almost 4,000. And I was like, fine. What is the
uniform uniform tuition can
and me brooms, broom or they call sandal, trousers, and also personal effects, some duty.
You know there are personal effects in your broom sandal because now I feel to kaki house a year almost. But school uniform they are free. But house
school uniform they
house they almost you know
the concept of free education is always subject to analysis. And sometimes we just do it.
But Penny, is that not what approach was saying free, Santi? Is that not even something? Say at least tuition free what? Not say uniform free one not PTA you say no point.
I've always
because I don't think if it's a bad concept, why would NDC pick it and say that they even to invest in?
If you are nobody in his right frame of mind, we say it's a concept in a bad. But the implementation is the problem. Mm-hmm. The quality of it. Because the kids when they go to school, they come back to tell you what's happening on campus. The food that they are eating is not quality. You get it? If you're between 3 months, no one not lucky behind. That's the problem.
Double track, no first man accommodation.
Whichever way, free, FIA is the best. It's giving opportunity to people. But as to the quality of it, and I see take a critical look at this. Obi Obeka say, me, I don't agree with that person. But the best, like the quality of it, because me free na me said I need be a woman because in I call SHS and I call senior high school. Yeah, my no money be, but I'm top board then the bunch in a dear coy. To me, and sometimes we because free SHS never move be influence you be about to fine. In this 2024, I don't see that massive influence in the battle. You understand? But right now, on 70, some have already made their mind 2 or 3 years
Already.
ago. Because if you can Ghana now to a bar, we see can be a lucky or bank or up and down. And on our ballot box now too. But if you bet me a campaign over Kujina, say I could hear the keke. You have my t-shirt over Jiashe. Internet me, I always base my analysis on research. I don't know the current research of now. The post on my research.
And then but it wasn't really about who will win, but it was about what people are looking for in the candidates.
Yeah, fine. But me, I always base, I don't know if because of the academia and media, I don't know. But I always base my analysis on research. I know that actually.
And then one year program, no research, they can't
Yes.
so I don't know what time you joined.
Well, I came in late though. But me, I know say what the research is, you look at the sample size and how it was conducted, it will tell you the party that is winning. And me, I'll be so shocked. Say NPP will win. Me, they said a guy named friend Michael Becker. I also grew up at Kwadaso Estate, and I know how we or MPP no man make or talk about so side to be. You understand? But as we grow, we went to school and started making analysis of ourselves. They say about one young conco case me ya santini to me to say me kwa the other yami no ama maso me could jump box in and matonamico. That's how it is now. Right now, Ghana, people are going to vote based on fuel prices. People are going to vote based on dollar rate to CD. Obi Kotwaba because there 3 years ago, ne papa pension. I mo bank ama kumbia de omo. Ebi ana esi edi no cop school bi enti me afana anko esi edi no tu kwan enti me afana ntu. All of that, just because of the banking sector clean up, they are all going to vote. It is sometimes here in generalization of everything free SHS. Right now, if you know that there's doing so, people are living in the dark, and I've heard so many people talking about it. Say, and somebody will make
A decision based on that.
He goes to the ballot box and go and vote.
It's free SHS squad. That's your point. And yeah,
how will you feel? Say, why will you with Juma cost now to your fees? Than say you free. Because then
I know they are third world country, they are possible so be a Benyan Juma. So I think that a third world country, no, Mr. Penny or Europe. Europe for crown no mutu be ma for no the almost system a better chain America. They pay them books now. I think allowance the 500 euros so they are more parents. By a third world country, they know be aunties. So those things no. And what in free SHS, you're making a big deal. From that, public school, abandoned school, they make us abandoned school tuition. It's always kind of subsidized. You make us you are 30 cities because it's heavily subsidized. So what I say, because they know say a third world country, are living more than 20% of Ghanaians live below the poverty line.
And sometimes we underestimate the psychology of Ghanaian voters. When you say Ghanaians are naturally, so if you've studied that thing in everything, even be for a very long time, and Ghanaians are more detached from you, and that's been the trend. They say, "Oh, baby, 8 years now, when he kekeno, they will vote you out."
Okay.
I feel we a media person and you do research.
It's hard boy. I'm about 8 years, so
I was shocked in 2008 NPP after all that Kufuor did. Kufuor still he was voted out. So sometimes
incumbency disadvantage. Yes,
exactly.
Incumbency disadvantage.
Sometimes power and money gets into our head. It makes you think, oh, me was can't be a head there, may win it. Which is the mistake that people do now.
Okay. Right, so I'm not now. Yes, I can't remember. I want in town. I'm my world boss and so joining a patch of good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Fia. Yeah, Nesiro, Obia ba or every argument ya Obia in favor of the party. But yes, still, yeah, but we pretend say we are speaking neutral, we are speaking like I think NPP ni kwa NPP ni kase, NDC ni kase, but we are all speaking.
Obia or kind of come and they open. Everybody has the right to speak for the whoever they want.
Ebi say Cecil, any Omar said before that, then you're by. You just make your case. This is a platformer. Even when you come here, do you know, I didn't know. Say even cross say okay, I'm gonna pick it. Some people call me from Ghana.
Oh yeah. You're live on at 5 radio stations. Yeah.
You see the point. And this is also a platform for you as an NDC advocate. So do something, talk. Let people understand you. Now what me jina so I then at changing now drain their to our party. But when we come out, it looks as if say we are not trying to champion your political campaign no ebia there or betimi aye NPP for couple of months every time ube with NPP ni bebia no oba or try to say something ebia the manifesto bia of a K in particular. You can see you see the trend about NPP basso now because ye affiliated to NPP no. This is one thing NDC for no system be observable. Omo in favor of NDC no. How many times no mo ba omo timi kura kasa omo for NDC manifesto no. Na bi o can be
market it. And I'm make say say candidate
simple. But he won't understand me and you see the be our bar. Why will you call somebody say oh you stooge? Why? But every minute be a one chia obedi the NDC be a catcher and say and you no kwan tibrofu. And you no kwan tibrofu. And a very fortunate and you no kwan ababrochire you no kwan ye learned. When you get a big platform like this, sell your candidate. For instance, can't a bit say the trajectory of Dr. Bawumia. A free so launch February 7th. Ni bold solutions, you can see such strategy has been devised. You can be away and number wake away, and I want to at yes form. You made a good point and observation from 2008, Professor Mills' campaign. You cannot, this is Professor May campaign now, and winning the first round. It has to go to second round.
Even third round to time.
Yes. Even President Kufuor campaign in 2000, even Antimikran winning the first round. But these people no campaign on me, how can somebody quantify those campaigns, to their President Mahama is Abri? Opposition, you need to be leading every aspect of the debate. It's about corruption. When there was all leading, said the current government, you are not leading there. Even what they just tell me, 2016, Wyoming, and you can see NPP run with it. And Wyoming Gate and I can't say Amari D. But are you telling me that this campaign, Diana NDC Kurabeka say corruption?
Do for a campaign, I was saying this in Komuyetia more MPP for no more
they are not even able to do it because every time Biano, Oma be reactionary, they react. They are not able to so they study lead the conversation. On the campaign trail, they are not leading conversation. But and what's the government?
I want you to respond to this issue, no.
Sure. On so study NPP mom leading more conversation. But meanwhile, NPP now wasn't reacting to all the benchmarkers and the venoms and the strategy, all the things echo the attacks, echo NPP. So it's not happening. But I quite say NPP neutralize it. They can't say the field, and to win him be what NDC campaign more. Over to my say a dinner so I a catchy. Because I don't know what they call. can say 24-hour economy. And no, Miss Atimomolantia, I was in Ghana. Sister Fia, send people and yes, I some neka. Me assure send cabana can people crank yet minya bibika. For baby 1 month or 2 months, the rate here NDC timidnya support or no. I don't know why that and no comment maintain momentum. And then definitely, Shasata Momukosia, at is a minimum trade union
yeah.
Oh, this is a game changer. This is that. And everybody supported them. But now look at what do this critical stage? And that and no, it's not even resonating. And you campaign President Mahama Kobe instead of so betima a ton in your man. Why would you be going to somewhere and be it's not needed. Be serious, be focused, sell your message, let people understand you, because the difference of coming back, what did be that? What did be that? The Trump card as a president, former president, yeah. You need to bring your achievement. When you were there, me away, give me the opportunity. Me to my president, vice president Baumia, or acknowledge the difficulties. Then what he has been able to do as vice president, and based on that, people are beginning to accept. Say no. So who buy your vice president? Now why you wait there? Say be an first na can you name say na untiminye. But say why you wait there? We need to also applaud you because you have been able to do A, B, C, D. So this is also another thing. And what the NDC should have been able to champion. No, my but sister, if you're Mr. Makasa, but mommy, just 2 minutes on. Now,
1 minute. What about Ignace Wache? If you want to, Imabra, John J. ni bragi on when now on pato.
In terms of you know more kase. Nana bedia kone alanchamantiombe make wave no. Sister, if you are the problem, my young who yani say. Ghana yet abaton both parliamentary and they can presidential. It's not only presidential. Some parliamentary candidate, they also anchor war campaign in their constituencies. These are the people, only any people representing them there. How are you going to vibrancy your constituency in our hand?
Okay.
Where is it? And when you tell me, say, Sancroft one betimia then, etimia bibia, I don't get it because constituency, and yet something omuye bibia, eventful because presence, anywhere, non-existence. And to be any parliamentary candidate in Kebi on betimia jina so a champion.
Baby. I think our boss, I think it's first over responding to a deal with it. Or more MPP for no more to me, and more showdown and more expecting. And or kind about 24-hour economy, no more other things are you mujano or come instead of Ankabina, come up push ya.
Oh, if you me that say, rhetoric is he's not even in Ghana to see how these people are marketing the policies into or cartoon from him to say the way Omukan say 24-hour economy no cry no almost shifted that conversation to say omuntumi market. Meanwhile, you are not on the grounds. It's another form of attacking somebody's policy. A very tricky or nice way to attack somebody's policy. Until the all Canada one of those street talks maybe.
Now, have you been considered as somebody who is a consumer of the space? I'm a stakeholder. I also see around this time as a major, as everyone say, what's the term I'm trying to look for? Flagship policy, a form kakra. Okay, but around this time, they say this time more of buga and also you need to attack your opponent. The opponent also attack you and all that. But in terms of recall of the key issues, what NDC stand for, do you think
if the energy hasn't gone down, they are still on the same pace now, unless of
but on the flagship projects, no.
Yes.
Because the CDD report, people respond to character honesty and promises.
Yes, sir. And if you need report, no, my name says here, but the MPI said that energy level, it hasn't gone down. They have still maintained it. They are doing, unless you go be barometer be all the measure when the policy goes down, when it goes up. But my perspective, I've watched the campaign. They are still on that same energy level. They haven't dropped. So be person attack you policy. That's the Rebecca say campaign but they don't have any
campaign. They don't assume. But me from an observer, I feel like 24-hour economy energy. It didn't receive all that energy.
Oh, it has received.
I don't think so. I disagree because around 2016, around this time, now MPP for free SHS, no, it has become a major issue to the extent that even BBC for were questioning it. Okay, then another call BBC, the man or like style where the money was going to come from, what is the cost, whether it was sustainable or not. Okay, around this time, now you have man pressure. The 24-hour economy has not gained that kind of, even to international level. Which I was expecting to see that.
I disagree because it's still maintaining that momentum. So because that momentum has gone down there and the Obwa. And
you campaign momentum on that policy. Because that is a flagship umbrella policy. And your campaign, the NDC campaign is solid. But on that policy,
24-hour economy is one of the policies. And is that flagship one? And everywhere they go, they talk about it. There's no any platform on Mekwa, they don't talk about it.
And maybe it's the media, maybe how NDC is managing the media and how using the media to project it on the issue.
There's no platform on Mekwa, they don't talk about 24-hour economy. And if you're in China,
elections also.
If you're in education, kakra, because it's almost free. There's what they are doing in Ghana. It's called partially free education. It's not absolute free education.
But that's even an issue because NBC is offering the same free for university level 100. So why should that be an issue?
If you are just for level 100, that means it's partially free. Okay.
NBC never used the language partially free. Well, more manifesto. They said a free level 100.
I do confuse the voters, but partially free because the NDC offer for first year university students, your friend academic user fee, and a fee be already government subsidize it already. And was about say okay, me be ni na if you honor my take care into what we are geology, what your computer science. You have to buy your books, uniform, your hostel, you have to pay for it. Into a partially free. It's just based on the user fee, maybe because go to some dues be or baby using the facilities of the university library different academic user fees, maybe computer lab or and say you're getting it right. At the end of the day, you still have to pay for other accessories.
What boss? Oh, what boss? I don't know if your network now Texas for the come network in yet.
It's partially free, but not absolutely free. It's young get education. And now we can be a double track normal council. Is that
someone more facing it out?
Hey, that ben mean to you.
It's a green track and yellow track, no more facing it out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now free SHS no MPP for someone as yes free SHS no. I bet you need to maybe a quarter da. In 2024 no obiango jina free SHS so say or the tuaba because unless I come to me catch say 95% of Ghanaians no obia bawo a free SHS because me buy new one me go jina no so enko tuaba. It's only some few groups bina omo benefiting from that. Say omo no omo dibe enu kwa be omo criteria to vote there. Fair enough. That one is not, we cannot take it away from them. But more nyan it said Obiaba got to about because of free SHS. That one is out of
I don't think they've said that. I think they are just trying to say that more taking advantage for young first time voters, no matter free SHS. they are persuading them to vote for them. They are just taking advantage of that.
Yeah,
So,
parents don't know more support your mumba, so they will make that decision, not the kids. Kids need the but majority of the burden is coming from the parents. Anna, if your last point, so almost close, something is a close contest. It's about three things. Either say you have a narrow margin, maybe vote to change the dynamics. And the second point is there's uncertainty in the results. That means results can go either way based on say maybe Ayawa so West were going to become pen a bit more than I did not for the other way around. And the potential for recount. Say okay, election the direction corner possible say there will be a recount, and I say maybe the other term near the recount. Yes, about to be revoting. And I be so it's a
second round.
Second round, rerun.
Rerun, second round. Into the factors of different things. Into say, is it closer? Then you guys say, just one thing. Ghanaians are focusing on one thing. It could be so many factors that can cause somebody, or you can call something close contest.
Okay. Close, my own is a close.
There close, Baumia cannot close any gap here based on these three factors. Amakan was them. Baumia has not exhibited any be a seriousness that the election is getting close because three factors we know omit any of them. Okay. Anna, my last point, if you am patcho, Parkway, at least the he's doing the right thing though, because certain platform that you've built over several years, over 20-something years, our building with that integrity. Nisanyamana Crawford, the Jandam, Nisanyamana Beseno. In Tishoba, or your classroom prefect or class prefect. At least number correct amount for
no, but see, and you're correction. You can't do that. Openi. Everybody, after 1 month to election, everybody has a right to support whoever they want. That's why we have democracy in America. Who NDC, you can be in NDC. Who NPP, I can be in NPP. You can campaign for Cheddar. You can campaign for Alan. Alan call for no mobile. They don't call names. I think the problem that people have is calling of names. And back sometimes he does it to me. Into marketing candidates, don't attack the person. I can have an opinion that you don't agree with me. But I think what he does is that they know by stooge. People can be offended by those words. Into there, just ignore. You can say the same thing. Also, I won't use those words, but you still make your point. Make your point and go. And then Brahma might process it. We know my fire. But be and call you be names. I think that's where people get upset.
Yeah. From several 1957 and one and 24 no almost had the
name calling in politics. People have called names. No America why my pants? Say Kamala Harris a cat lady no. So those one go on. No, if you just focus on campaign.
If you are the empire said that methodology of doing politics is outmoded, and so they have to.
Is it the right thing about attacking host? Because 2 weeks ago he attacked me.
Yeah, and then
I protected was like, oh, I mean those ones.
If you mean guys that's what attacking why is right, but me part of more yes no. And so they have to now recognize that some method of doing politics no. It has phased out. Outmoded.
Yeah, but what was the point is that it will also stop somebody from also doing it. So that leave the person. Also about say, oh, I can't say it's wrong. I can't say it's wrong. But don't call names.
Who can't deny sometimes who you are doing the right to do, but people that are listening, well-meaning people, is he still living in the olden days or what? People think yes, you have your opinion, you can say it, but Crawford tag you in a certain way. evolve. Evolve from that.
Yeah, but what boss? My point again is evolve. No, you can't force evolution on people.
Manuel
will not change.
Manuel Obasi says here, Obabe the same thing, so he's worried.
I don't think
he's worried.
Who knew no?
Yes, let me share. Say, oh yeah, one of the classroom member.
But my point is, I mean, people who do politics, we see these things. It's repetitive for us. That's how human beings are.
No, but
people are passionate, but leave them.
Yes, come and make your point. Politics of a message. That what 1957 politics. Munjan tour. Now we're involving in 2024. That's what we are saying.
Yeah, but say no be answer na pa kwesi so ye. Okay. If you call me say stooge, I'm
not endorsing that. I'm not endorsing that. That one there is.
You never do that to you never do that to anybody. So you make your point now.
Yeah, now me
you make your point, and I think many people say sometimes responding to people no cry no. Really from say market to can because I can't less out a bit 40 days. Until this time they giddy market to candidate. You buy say this is the so choose NDC, choose MPP, choose what their market to candidate now. So
okay.
But they're okay. What can I say? You free, sir. So you are making a point. Say, look, if you are basing your vote on free SHS, and you free, sir. What make you point? What point you MPP for hold but you have not called anybody.
Maybe correct.
There be also can say no can what was mommy now say and one what was can also bad behavior.
Maybe correct because free education, you know, sister if you are met you on my about so now me correct
well before that what boss we see and send a message you say Kwame Adomo say NDC na the academic user fee they buy in 1998 or no university into what academic user fee no so the message you say they
buy. If you me correct wa hakra mama etua day students 30 years cities no almost so na share say free senior high school oman ka so na share say omutua just 30 years cities almost so na share say
almost progressive oman ka say free stage almost so ye progressive
nanu ya no anti ma many campaign Vice President Mama also on the chef free senior high school as me who has no tran proper Ghana for free senior high school free. Bia and crown na Gigi sika free o ma for her but me ankasa me di odimachi my witness free.
Ya mo books you only say school for no or we about town better books.
Even books to credit more free. Ya the more but
textbook exercise book one na better.
Free senior school need a free and a boa and a bachelor so they are trouble or be or because young free senior school soon to a baby or boa young class baby a free near a free for what ever to me chalk on it dear and in class any day I am a mimuni be our moon a ton montuma at the share any day your best free senior school soon at the atuaba. Maka hona wi na me ba research na wo de ye adwuma no ye MPP for the research ekuta HSA say one touch there's no two ways about it adwuma ye no ye ko fie mu me no ka say by 28 November na me go Ghana me ko akoto aba me ko me ko tro me din ti no na
ye no ticket me no akoto din ga to aba
ti me no ba me afraid rate no de ba no many bresem and a free senior high school no so many bresem because me am tie free senior high school I mean your free senior school sister if you can me my bomb masters me wa kra me nya scholarship ka me doctor's degree my masters we ka me doctor's degree ka metimi ato so but sika wa hefa okay so I want free senior high school dey be so part dey ato aba
okay very well and I want about to say close and now who for say
what about the MPP ya juma ye campaign for voter region Asante region and a campaigns with the MPP for ya chichem vice president namha president Baumia namha Baumia yire kra so enam baby vice president so yire so nam baby executives so nam baby fufuro NDC yehu omo sa
NDC campaign.
NDC Swatchim, NDC Swatchim.
Or my kitchen, but I'm going to take it in Omoke Canada. You know, never has to the Atuaba.
Cooperative, more dear more propaganda, cooperative, you know, more can young
I'm going to take it in the Everson to have if you are David, Ghana near why ready education, and we ever has to the Atuaba. And about me, a flat rate in all day banner. And I have a wabridge, Hanson, Yabai, you may never be a cry, your timid acco. Yenya ka bia yatimi di akọ yenya bibi wo ha yatimi di akọ ne atua flat rate because of flat rate ni ma yen ntinu se se kra yentimi fa no manko nti MPP register fia one touch
yo mama na ase buy ma Canada for e ba gidi o ma good evening ni akwaba
for register fia na want to say
ya ho ye mpa jo so e
nyame adwo ye pa e do ase adwuma pa
na Europe na o ka se free
me wo UK asesi a
UK good mpacho yenti o wo sha you close and say you close
no there me kasa no o man ayini ana me tam follow because apart on ya na danwa ne hia kokromoti na kasa no e na be kire
anya danwa ne hia o ye ne ma be brasa na danwa do e yo bani
na this the
na ho be kan
me follow pa na de ma me kan so me point na mpeze read the first one is Africa church na omo kan nye free na omo kan this if ya me kan se ma kire Ghana fo nyina me say o problem ko akiri me papa oko soja oyo soja wa ko police ko soja o sa be do koko ye nye school bi anko ma wira wo sem na me kan ne no o kwata no tete ne ma nipa nsia ye pam ye nyina free school mu primary school ne no primary sisters wo middle school ye pam ye nyina ko fie se me papa me pie school fees ema me papa ko fa ye so ye nyina nsa de ko suma ko ka kire mo se wonu wa kari ko gu ho aban ni mpia ne ka e na aban so da ne ka etu o ka se aban de me ka me so de ne ka nti da aba be tua me ba be tua ansa ne yam ya ko school primary school me tuel ukota no so na ba me ye bobo exams ya me bra wo di first one class am di second on class ya nya secondary school bi anko eti sa school ya aba na hiafo man ye kopi no sisefia obi obeka se etie bia no sebio ni hu de opeso che because empanyimfo a omo no office side wo mo pa ye nyina ha na ko school no bi na ye do mo dru ya ne de tia ye de ye recruit maro so eti school ni de eya ade pa me fan se aba ma obi a eti nkura no mo ko no won be ba no be nya adwene me se me na me ka se sa akura ko school wa onima de ko da modern school ba kwanye fa so dress ye bed kura wo hu telephone wo hu no obi ntimi nsisi ni bia eti anu de best ya me ka che ma buga ko ya se ya do ba no ko tena patasi mpo no be ko school amane because eya de pa uzi se afia tu mati wa ankasa uzi ya oka e bi wasi abre wa abra bom ni de watu enye easy la to kan ni na miti o se mi pie o fi aduma e fam nyina so enu na nchen two ha se enu free na ye ka Europe la press ya do me bad boy o jira me ncha esi a me tum de na be cho or 12 years school okono every day bus o tua £3.80 okwa me
na mo na adwuma ho ntumi fa ye compare mo de no Ghana de adwuma
tie me me na me sama na aduane a o de be ko school odidi fie no akọ free SHS wo mo boarding no wakran ko Joseph 3 months ya wo papa light bill nka ho water bill nka ho bibia nka wo didi kwa so nti go se sika nko abo anu nye sika kituo eti no sa school na omo ka ho asema bi di be keka say ndi omo fantin che na ye boa ye hia for because ye tie wo bra bi ba awie school a no afro bra me ba na twa mi nye sika mfa no nko se wo ni kura na wo pe ediko na sa adi so wa nyina fie so aye wa brechen kura ma ye ko ma tu ye
okay
ya ye no ye
do the operation for photo and so no mo to aba me boa
wo mo fan to kura ma ne mo no so
okay
dia to si mienu dia to si
mienu summarize na obre ye gina so ache wo gina wo mu
mi me wo mo ba ye che pa de bia ba ma ka so tem
o mo ba ye che no kre hu
mi pa cho ma mi ka sa 24 hour economy no wasem na bra ne ka si se fia me si enye policy me man ko school me ka cho na enye me ye bi madwuma me ye rane 24 na wonim se de adwuma nsisi e be do Christmas se ya Ye fire agency for no more bekum. No ma be boy ye jumano. Adwuma no kofomani ya mo nyina kofie. Enti company na ye wo mu no. Yan workers na ye permanent ye wo mu. Yan ye wo mu. Ye mfa bi nka ho. Europe wa macha Italy. Italy 5 o'clock bank yapon. UK 5 o'clock bank yapon. Eti bank no nya policy ma omo. A teacher for. Apart from abandonment say what is military, police, hospital ni sa animal. Eti waka say police me ma ye ku adwuma da. Akua for ye police no ye pia wo boy. Eti nya policy. Eti ye say oba da ko fa di de bia beto 3 in 1 wo hen. Enya police ye be bo obi a. Factory na wo se wo ba be ye na yi. Omo we. Second me wie masem. Ye adwuma no. Say ye production na ye. Say wada no ba ye gu ho na ya befa. Eje say aban no kan se ompa so obi ye nsuo a. Nsuo na be for 1 week no. Say we ye nsuo 1500. Say to kwa ko ye nsuo kwa 3000. If one beto say nsuo. Ana aban ne beto say nsuo no akogu dai. Eje no kra na nya dia adwuma sa asem no mo ka no. Eya dia me to me no. Eya adwuma ko Italy a companies ya na ye adwuma wo ba bi e front dom yala so oni be rona. Dom yala ni ayi. Companies you up to 200. Yeah, fraud ties, no. Company 2 and I run 24 hours. 2 more than 20
running 24 hours.
You start on Pania point. It is at 12 hours, no. Yeah, Nkikabidia no Mokeka. But that's
over you. Yeah, now, I say no point I'll raise it. Brad John, good evening. Yeah, don't catch it. Oh, yeah, dear.
Pacho, Otiminka.
Me tonka. Ya to catch it. Na so ko share.
Oh, Ejuma, me boy Ejuma 24 hours.
Oh, and there's someone get okay, so Germany they mo are the strongest economy in Europe. It's no problem.
See, Ejuma me Ejuma mu.
Sorry, some more begging now wonu mu. Yes, sorry.
No problem. Say again and don't. Only bibi NDC NPP almost succeed and fully. I'm a Ghanaians here. My name said they are three form can say. They have succeeded to brainwash us. They said they are colonizers in the brainwash here. NDC NPP they have succeeded that. Oshia Kasanumuni and Krofua penny for SSL or Jinko Kaino. Omonia Adani NDC NPP. Sistefia, there is nothing NDC NPP. Omaya fititi ebedru enea avoy.
Oh yeah, sure. There's nothing. Upacha say nothing. Airports, any day, hospitals near you almost.
Yeah. You see. The reason why I'm saying this is for them claiming responsibility. Say, women are me only that shows a failure.
Okay.
Only that breaks the country down. Only they can't. They ultimately can say, "Oh no, yeah, me na me here free. Me na me see your friend is airport. Me na me see school. Sister Fia, Ghana Sika.
Yeah,
it's for all of us. Me na me here, no, and no Emma division over. Enti we ban no agile we project at all. Sister Fia, this is the time. When we say many people look at Shedder like a fraudster. Bad thing, this is a time. More journalists, all of us, we should back these two parties down. This is a time. Time near say cheddar on you or a dang or a dang. Say a backing.
But respect of CDD for you, and just like majority of Ghanaians are more to independent candidates.
Yeah, because of they have brainwashed us.
Okay.
Our brain is damaged. Don't you see it? You say, sorry, I'm not insulting them, but
some parties nearby.
Yes, sister, you are very educated person. When you were Juma, please, are these parties helping us? There is nothing they will come and do. Mahama, Obano. Won't say they are MPP.
John, NDC NPP phone to me here. Cheddar no bet me. Cheddar has not been tried. At least people think that NDC NPP don't might try.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you. The reason why a third force, it will be hard for a third force to break in because of the system NDC and NPP has created.
Okay.
And the majority of Ghanaians are uneducated. What I say, majority, sister, if you how on say, and you be an essay man or two about, and you be an essay man decide my Ghana. What I say, and you be about to know you say so be a voting and choosing is that.
In case say sir.
No, sister, if you approach your money, sir, you say Italy, almost the prime ministers be. But I know any population in the voting now. UK what I said, it's not everybody have to vote. You cannot allow, sorry to say, you cannot allow uneducated people to vote somebody in. It's not helping. Because on him, yes, I know, yes, I know, how many people, you know it, if you work on markets, so how will you allow everybody to vote people in power?
Okay. And there is a constitution answer because for now everybody has the right to
I know
vote.
that is the reason why I said we should pack these two parties down. That is the only way we can. Meaning, can say voting must cheddar by force, but we don't have any option. Believe me, sister, if you're NDC, Bahama, your friend is saying, Bahumia, there is nothing they will bring that will change Ghana. Ghana is totally destroyed.
Okay. Very well. Mami na ase beje. Mami na ase. Na Yakupon show so na ye adwuma. Why me ma won nko too much.
I'll make my point.
Yes, we appreciate your point too. Why? Yeah, super beje. Brasom pa mama, good evening. Sample.
Yeah, good evening, Steph. Yeah.
Mbajo etio, who can say for him?
Me o German.
Okay. Only beje ya na okay, me etio.
Me ntiase you as NDC for no my been say MPP we need your my wiem. But omo we near a normal and it's possible say obit me break 8 nana. Hono me ntiase. Because they be a normal ye mumu we need there e chese mo wiem. Ye we need there fair. And I say Katama JJ every 8 years na ni kwasa nko mo file candidate because it's possible so be bit me break 8. Anamebo.
But I think they are talking about the
But you only may have no, but who's that? I dream not say NPP we need quite the omo wiem and China move wiem. But NPP bet me a winning. And say be I mean NPP, but bet me a winning because it's possible. And
I'm so much for my moon to me we need to know more casano.
How some here for moment me win. And NPP for who say nipa na wo chiro say education is free no still say free. But who can say if you say Padini can say university affairs here no partial by any before can say partial but no person before can say free partial. Can you believe this? Momo they are free mo say partial but who should be can say they partial. What is it? Once I said 24 hours, you must say I told you, one say I told you. DK, I had the two, you know, pulling it down. It's the anti for the question, come fast hard, but let the year campaign say I didn't come on Tiasi. Because you can't say Muntiasi, Munti. My advert, two, Nina, you're pulling it down. The 24 hours and I like Munti. And I said, Yamboa.
Advert was about 24 hours economy, no.
Oh, DK, you say why two, you know, pulling down. But when is before release statement say next time we advert top under head office no more approval man. Bawku advert lawyer and Bawku or office or so bell you media a through ban of pebejuska. Well policy no Bawku a free Bawku pebejuska. And Bawku so call bank 2 o'clock Kuriska. When I think bank 2 o'clock said Beiska, Unka saw the ATM or the check a Kuriska. Advert for 24 hours economy. Inti akata mo nti ase a mo say o yet ase. Atonsium. O da say atonsium. Inti NDC me point is NDC NPP na no. Ya bo musim che. Ye ntoma cheda. Because mo me no me DC. Difference be any.
Okay.
Because me tie man bi Farouk Osisa kayedi koko egumo yekra. How many times the NDC about how many times NPP ma? So yekra sa de.
Yeah,
Baba
yeah.
na ka say Messi school guy.
And yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
but
you sax
Messi
no, the
school
craft
guy.
for many
Good,
years.
good, good. Obi atinya break his idea na. Obi mi no. Baba ka say Messi school guy. And now say we at the airport. When this father can say, oh yeah, they are because corruption is more than no. Idea a best any part life no. Mummy na mutimi break his idea no. Nti mba kasa munya monye pair. What I say?
Okay.
Yeah, it's you know.
Was he trying cheddar? That is the best option because
Cheddar.
NDC NPP
Sir.
they say a J kind of they are playing with our minds. Brass a sample. Where now do you know me person me any Udini
Okay. Sample.
sample. Thank you. Why? Thank you
Yeah.
so much. And they will join here from Germany. Brown, good evening. Well, over Richard, I'm saying just all pack you because you who ye in top of Casa, just all pack my wife. Brown in you.
Mafia, good afternoon from here.
Alaska, no me boy.
Yeah.
One day I come Alaska home come. Hey, Ghana Alaska pa. My idea.
Minimizing yami adam ho ye.
Yeah, why yeah. It's you.
Yo, mamen ya Ghana fa jibreti ye nyina titu ne MPP amanyoku no. Du ba bia na Ghana o se yete won ase say the democracy no is at the beginning stage because compare US, Germany ne other developed countries no too. Ghana ne other developing countries that will be making a big mistake because baby almost started, you know, baby almost yeah, so I've been but all said and done, we've made quite an impressive every development kakra in progress, you know, gradually. Just say we've not been able to get there, but we say we will be there. Sometimes, you know, so people because MPP is maybe I get them wrong. I don't get it because we have a political party like MPP. Before even 2016, MPP another about 2017. Name constituency, I think other constituency. As an man so across the constituency. I change Swedro constituency. I review of one constituency. About 5 constituencies or 4 constituencies. I change it. Now we have only 2 working ambulances. Only
for 2 constituencies, Nina.
Yes. But as we speak, constituency be one there. Yeah, for 2 constituencies, I need 2 working ambulances.
But no question in na Brad John say and we are buying ticket na mo dey akwa so
and
police station be aponya
o minor to me procure your minor to me procure you know no we don't take credit but before no mind to me procure baby no you need a thinker, somebody who can facilitate our beginning who says I deal with your seat medeba now agenda 111 COVID by you who say no your health facilities no it's not enough. Then people have to put their heads together. Sabi, and ya for the business by Yamaye. A nipa. And Ghana for now. So sometimes we need to give credit to the Ghanaians now. Omu yin to my parent. Now you say no. If there is a for you somebody is there, back there. I will show. I said there be I want to be like this. So I was there. So if you do good, I will say to me, a acknowledge you also one part. And yen is sika there, but we be so sika ne pa here. Yeah, way back free senior high school. Send any ho. And the Yamusa say sika and the free senior high school no. First and then says sika na fine. That's a sika na the kwanyana. Sika na ye the ACC hospital sana. Sika na de na ye. But you say sika na tumi aba na yetimi de hwe nkwala no free. Omko school free there. It means that the two are not the same.
Okay.
The two parties are not the same. Obi obeka say bia no it means no you are not being fair. And the drone service deliver enye enru nko and the exams papers any ade drone delivery. America of all crown recommend it. And no, what the government has done is very, very good. It's well to be a.
Do you think the Sanya money will play a role in the election? For Sanya money to no matter about
very well. Okay. Unless if we are still want to go by the situation, say, me papa when people when NDC we should go by that.
Okay.
Other than that, no, because ocean yamana also we and now who said Baumia define the role of a vice president. So far, so good. Arguably, he is the best vice president ever that we've ever had. Any policies, programs, bring it on board. Let's weigh the two. Let the discerning Ghanaian weigh the two news we shouldn't just come and rubbish everything. So we are all the same. Who are all the same? Okay. Cheda is a Ghanaian. Alan is a Ghanaian. Alan has been in government for almost 16 years. On time, Alan was in the government. Another time, Alan was the government. So Alan is a Ghanaian. Cheda is a Ghanaian. Tim is a Ghanaian. Yemame Karonka is a Ghanaian. So what will be the now? What will be the difference now?
Okay. You see, it's also support to say, clear distinction between the parties. No, when people should base that on their choice on that.
Going forward, and we Baumia age now as the vice president. We had Mahama age now the time. The main Mahama and the president. Now Mahama and vice president at that level, highest level we do here. Let's compare the two. Okay. Let's weigh them. What everybody has been able to done or brought on board to help push the nation at that level. We can even make it clear that no, yes, somebody has policies, programs, and going forward, the fourth revolution, the industrialized fourth revolution, we need somebody who thinks far and goes beyond the normal thinking, the normal politics. Because we need to get the Ghanaian on board. We need to get every Ghanaian on board. Not necessarily say book, make and kind of, but using your intellect, your skill, the psychomotor skill, what you've been learned. Because how are we bringing all these people on board? The things that we need to put on board. I think we can get there.
Where John Campbell Club feel also bro for penny. Oh, so you teach any ampa. Well, feel bro for psychomotor skills. On what special needs to go collide into no brain one demand on it and grand no. I see, interesting. Alaska, like that we have Alaska. That's what I promise. Yeah. Then I'm going to new part to me copy Alaska.
Yeah. The last time we sent him a number, no. We sent him a number of private chat.
Then I should have written it because me here to call you, but you bet me I am a favor send it so that I keep a message on my phone.
Okay.
Right now. One part
okay.
I
will do that.
Because Alaska, come on, it's so interesting that to find Ghanaian hotel Alaska, very interesting. Brother chat, packing mommy, me problem. Packing mommy, me patcho, packing mommy, na me connect to why. So I'm my brother Godfrey. Packing mommy. Why? Packing mommy, patcho. Packing mommy. Me person be no problem. Packing mommy. Mr. Jeffy, good evening.
Good evening, if you had to say.
Me where patcho so.
Some ways back, Peter issue B. There was an accident involving Peter. I was chatting you.
So way back. Okay, so small boy in the no.
Right.
Oh yeah, see the fee on the hospital bill, no man. I think we paid like 50,000. Me and
my friend and our castle will be a tier.
Yeah. No, so many people contributed and we paid. Oh yeah. Yeah. Doctor. Oh, me and madam for doctor. Dr. Atibo, or Confanochi. I don't know, any surgery in man, or a pediatric surgeon. No, child, a colony 9, because none of 9 yamti. Yeah, that's it for all the help I'm with my those days.
No problem.
Yeah. Okay, so quite soon now. Can you do a colony 9 go? Yes, I know. Yeah. So thank you.
Okay, good. So, simple. Me of Virginia.
Okay.
Close to Washington, D.C.
Okay, good.
Say Ghana so far, the kakra me woha me huno. I think say Baumia Yejuma pa. He's doing all the legwork. I can compare him to the way I have for a running campaign. They are going everywhere, as far as I can see. And yet now we no more started. About 2 years ago, Mikobechem, Mekoto Gideon, it would be Anquanta. 2 years ago, and I almost started a campaign.
Gideon Bawku.
Yes.
Okay.
They were there looking for people to be part of your friends and constituency executives. Right? So they that's where and how far almost started campaign. And to imagine so many groundwork, not even back then. And the enemy one saw winning here overwhelmingly. Right? Now, believe it says our infrastructure. The people that voted him on the constituency level, polling station level, they are the same people on more canvassing man. Right? Into Obekwa could drew on. No my leg work no ensemble nipa no more yet.
Okay.
Personally, compare that to NDC for. Unfortunately for me, but I probably may research or may compare for analysis, personal analysis, right? I didn't see it.
I know the omu but baby I want onye party ni and onye be a journalist.
Maybe just maybe, right?
Because I'm talking ward elections.
Okay. Elections. But as far as like the canvassing, groundwork, canvassing, touching like the average person, the local people, I thought say Bawumia drew a very wide net.
Okay.
Our catching probably even before Omo primary no air starting.
Okay.
So I wasn't surprised to see him winning. Let's go to messaging. I believe, and I could be wrong, this is a personal observation, say they had a better strategy and better information. Right?
NPP 4D now came.
Yes.
Okay.
At some point, I was looking for NDC 4. And to me, I did research, right? Now, Sami Demfi a hosty or more program be refinity.
Setting the record straight.
Probably. And you may be normal back 24-hour economy once. And Papa so I have areas so baby refinity or Bawku something. MPB.
Yeah, former Ashanti Regional Minister and a Greek minister.
Debio, we all fear half area ho.
Yeah, I'm more than if you are for Ashanti Region as minister.
Okay.
Eric
Bawku, thank you. So this guy comes in and he's explaining the 24-hour economy. And I was like, there are so many holes in this, right? First of all, the so-called 24-hour economy is a result of something. It's not a policy in and of itself. It is the product of industrialization and urbanization, right? As people as the country industrialized and people congregate so much in certain areas, the need for services around the clock then pops up, right? Organically. You don't make policies to force people to do it. And in examples, be a normal passport office. And I was like, okay, granted, Yama Ghana need a passport. Let's take 5 years to do it. After that, and then what?
Okay. And what the two no compare NDC policies no and yet strong.
For me, it's not.
But do you think they're gonna afford to have based on those things though?
Not all of them. And even Chroma Crown and any penny go strictly by your friend is saying messaging. But it goes on to tell you how prepared one group is as opposed to the other.
Okay.
Right? Okay. For my personal analysis, who say, and I may be biased here, I'll be honest with you. But me who's some preparation, I am well thought through and well organized
than NDC.
for.
Do you think it will be reflected in the results and general elections?
I hope so. I somehow believe it would, right? Then again, the other thing I was hoping for, young party in Antonche, young the quality of people, the kind of people are young so medianim. I was hoping Sanka NDC for the new younger candidate better. Somebody with fresh ideas, and they have the men. They do. Mathieu Haruna Idrisu, Mathieu Muntaka, Mathieu, a few other NDC guys. I think they have the capacity, the intellect, the charisma, and
are you saying that without those, because they say NDC were candidates, officially President Mahama, do you think that without a new person, NDC cannot, President Mahama cannot give them what it takes in terms of we need a vote in a moment?
Problem and what Honest say. Unfortunately, he has been a president before.
Okay.
And the outcome was not good.
Okay.
Right? Or about twice, I'm a Ghana for I said no yempeno. And personally, I feel saying NDC for the new candidate buyer.
Okay. I'm interested in your research now. Yeah, send them more number because yeah, point time no. Me bubu no thought so that everybody can have their say.
Okay, I don't know.
First time already after private chat or
let me see here.
You can send me your number and I'll give you a call.
Okay, perfect.
Why?
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Please send me your number and I'll give you a call because I'm interested in finding out what research you have when you so that we can talk. Me that's be Mr. Jeffy. Brother Richard, but you I know about it tougher because nipa be 8 to 6 or wechi. You better also next week.
Well, yeah, na at times no Ghana for almost MPP ni NDC. Nyina ya adekoro. Enye the same. Either as a Republican a Democrat. Enye adekoro. Because they are the draw. Because we are on the policy, they didn't do now just say adekoro. Nya adekoro. Because we share MPP ya. Tem you mbebe biano. At least they create something. But NDC there, his woman baby bibia. I create bibi da. Woman ya almost see a seat tema. What they say, Putuka Airport. Putuka Airport no. Obi won no for. And I say, me father class camp for baby. We didn't go to the airport. Oh, but I'm before so ba. Omi bibi a feti obia. Kofo ba no more ye nyina utimi say e man nyina e bi kam. Akufo ado so ba ye no e bia e bi kam. Che Mahama ade a wo ba ya na and this for in general. Say ade a wo ba ya wa ya manaka the whole Ghana. Oh, eti ana mka say ya the menti ase. Wa Mahama wo say ayi education is so expensive. High school education is expensive. I don't think I would say the Tasha you would your baby would say expensive. Oh, adibo a time to nipa nadwene. Wo hwe Ghana adwene no a Mahama ten say odwen say Ghana no obi adwene ye ketekete. Do ba be daadai. Oh, adada say the twamo. Etina akufo ado the education free that ba no. Obi e ko school ni bi. Obi abetime ready, obi abetime atro. Oh, sana Mahama why na adwene nko and this for be dan ko bi an ko school. Women them me ba Ghana last March. Me ba ye who come me village ya. Ubisa omu a so Mahama I say ayi sky omu ba ye no omu si dollar no ya ma no kosora na manya skal bebre omu ni say dollar no so kosora na inflation take place omu konkrasing na omu kan sembia say nkrasing for omu ni ho hwe na omu de omu ni aba but
it is so why be winning why na lead about or why now you
na wo hwe bam ya ayi campaign ya wo ye ya wo de compare Mahama meti LA high. LA meti be share ayi social media. If Mahama kra me hu ni campaign. Ade be chi bia bamuya nam ha, ne yiri nam ha, na po nam ha, wa China Japan. Mahama ko wonu kwa a share nka dua kra me hu no. Sami Jamfin ma omo so dia.
And I want to so be because of we na
Me pe wo mo pa, me bo mo social no me hu omo. Ante, me hu omo. Omo ye intensive campaign. Na wo so go gina wa, wo go gina ba bia o se nche na me yi, e na mo pe. Obi the digital America ye we. So wo bia wo ye bia no, e se computer. E say adwuma kra wo pay kra no, wo dia everything. This is a computer because schedule kra wo ye schedule no a, wo anya no computer so a obi anya mo. Oh, and now what a grow. We are what I got in China many docono. Ah, Ugo Castle, we are one better ammo. Yeah, Castle, yeah, never go forward. Yeah, no, the guy can't China. Ah, and then go get it, plug and get it. And then they can't plug and get it. Ah,
there are so many things I'm a come to wash and I'm better over here. No, but I'm not saying. Because I'm vision, more about industrialization, not 24 hours economy, no, a genus of cry. Didn't get documentation on one of Mokamaka, a EFS factories near their job creation. I work so many other things. But, brothers, good evening.
Fine,
But that's right. I don't you.
Yeah, we sure so because no, yeah, sure. Yeah, I am at another. We sure I am sure be, but yeah, let's say Cassana work and the yet to con insurance rather there. Yeah, the abat na quantum. Say it's in Ghana, na here so you struggle and chibum, you are some more than most city. Years have come, so many years. Say it's not yes, sure, and then Pogo yes, it means a 1 week, 2 weeks without even changing. Ghana, I word Kua, I think they have a lot, but Nieti and Nieti. Into how long the young try the able to me as a son, even whoever comes about to my because economy are not so it's no losing. And so be banner one by there, it goes. It's like a lottery. And so what to lottery and say if you are locking this in winner, then it's okay. And say how long they able to them all the time beyond there. Two parties, Iba with their family, no oko, Iba, no oko, Iba. And so I am here there, yeah, I consume so many years. Yeah, it's not consume almost by 30, 40 years, yet I consume. Simply because you huma, I want to wolf, you know, that wolf for now. No, if you're from so, it's not their fault. Because in may able one, and to still no so be but not so busy hospital more. I think it's okay. But hospital now, your mandatory, there can be at Nabatina. You have to do it. Roads, you have to do it. Then, Mamma, you call nobody than to wait to improve, be able to make a drama. Why, no ZB Jaffa, what a car, no way to want for roads, no one hospital, no put you on a bus, most of the to be no connect to Impono. That's what you have to do. But I know me or the MPP and this is like a party affiliation. Here or womb to here, my party. In that case, you don't want to say the truth. If you're Ghana, you're Ghana Mosity. I yompo. At least, we have to educate the young with the economy. It doesn't change anything. Economy, but EBA, NDPP, EBA, NDC, EBA, NPP, EBA, NDC. And still,
It's a heaven and Chebeka then for 1 to 1 bank or hefa.
The neutral person, a shadow, arrangement, whoever comes new, we have to change it and see how economy and everything works in Ponaco. But
I will see the war research now. What's if 58% of the people say they will not vote for independent candidates?
They are not educated when you be over no longer, but you need to not going to know. You need to know about more than most city. No, maybe so, could be a way to impose so the way I wear one zama. And see, you're not the educated one. But you can say a China, Sebeka MPP and NDC, how are they going to change?
Okay.
They can't change. And see, at least now they need to educate one. I'm also to change of mind. But say I China, you can MPP and NDC. I mean, so you bet them a book of be an age, your book retirement, but it's the same problem no yes, evident, you can't from. Yeah, the corner for the one yabahano. If you want to win her, then it's gone. And in that case, now they need a change of able to because boy in the back us they have life to us so many years. Obi Abayanezako, why don't you change? Kaka, able to me home. NPP NDC, America, 2 parties, but everybody is trying to do the best that they could. In one world, different. Europe, Europe for so many years. The same thing. They try to do whatever they can to do. But Ghana, Waba,
the same thing now.
Same thing, difference in the new home.
Brad Joseph, I say.
That's
Brad Joseph, because I am focusing on somebody who can help instead of NDC NPP. Get more break, Kakania for Musi bench. And let's choose somebody and call nobody to me, Abuagana. At least try somebody new. That's his point. Or say, any other more brochure for mobile, most of NDC NPP. Nah, Bawku, my name is Awa Bontia, because I'm from Mano. I don't know, so bet me the camera number, so I'll be going from Mano higher.
Okay.
But you
If you have to say,
I don't watch also.
Bawku, this is the first time I made Bawku show. So now I'm in Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma, Madam Cherry.
Oh, Cherry, okay. What about
her? Cherry, Madam Papa, or not yet.
The last name you're saying?
Yabuga.
Yabuga. Okay, me check it. Problem minimum no back. Minimum only connected.
Yeah, because or like two weights, yeah, a bonyum near Dintino. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You probably know him. Tintin Bisaya.
Okay. Now me tie, yeah, me tie tie, but me master, but my first point, me person, me make here. There was this guy who came on and was saying, say, Ghana, no, being educated, any kind say, he am more to up. Now,
yeah, somebody said that, yeah.
It's so wrong. How can you say that? Every citizen, 18 years and above, or sound mind, he has the right to vote. So you don't even have to think, say, I will say a bit more mutual, but maybe the man into it. Does he know, say, in America, how long it took the black people to be allowed to vote? It took them so long because now, oh my, yeah, this franchise woman, they did it. I know Martin Luther King, they fought.
Yeah, now they had to fight.
Yeah, now they know on my was in San call your back. How can you even conceive that? It's so wrong. And you corrected him by saying, say, the constitution, this year changing. Oh, and that was a good point. But still, I know on TRC officer, more. Well, how can you do that? I don't even understand.
Because education in my answer. So the fact of being educated does not necessarily mean the person is white.
Right.
No, what if the education that would be blatant discrimination.
I don't know the right to vote. Also about trauma will be. You can't say it's none of the why expressing your opinion. And honestly, a part of the citizens. You know, so some man in Kobe Bianco can be that said, baby, right. No. Even Ghana prisoners cross here right? I don't know.
They went to the Supreme Court and the Supreme Court said they have the almost right of freedom, but not the right to vote until they vote.
Exactly. Even if prisoners or committed crime and crime, yeah, mama, now Obi own committed crime or was a young. How can you do that? It doesn't make sense. Second, my second point is now my trust. Read a quick break. My second point is a lot of people come here and they express their opinion, no? Not based on data. They are not data sensitive. They should go and take the result. If you are maybe a data guy, I did diploma in data processing. I take the numbers from JJ Rollins was unique. We need too. Then I started with Kofuor and I may analyze it. Kofuor lost with 2 regions. He got 36 or 39%. Then 2000 or winning with certain margin. And 2004, who study data? You're a data person. I don't data. The last time NDC Professor Mills Winnian, he won 8 regions, right? And NPP used 2 regions. But NPP got
2008.
Yeah. And NPP got 47 point something percent. And normal lose about 40 something percent. Now Professor Mills or Winnian or the 50 point something. How was the vote, the margin, saying or the winning? All right? Fine. Then 2012, elections, so now ABBB. Then NPP for years, any collective result, right? Then they use about, I think, 4 or 5 regions, no more than 53%. Now NDC so about 44 as I saying. Then 2020 election, NPP Tiba from NDC did so good, but saying they didn't cross 50%. So that's it. And now uniquely, Omako Chusu Bawumia. Bawumia turning off east on blue, right? Eti where the NDC was dominant, no munyo mu vote no. Bawumia did the. That is why it's a good strategy. So Bawumia buy. Eti NPP will maintain Ashanti, Eastern, Ahafobono, Central, Western. They will get it.
Areas now Bawumia they are
Na kofa Bawumia northeast on mono so after there Oma Jinatu northeast your stronghold. Bawumia akoje will vote no hono. Eti odi no kra na won. They say watching hono. And he's going to spread among the zongos and something. If you elections way, omo data way no be the polls. Ghana polls be na hono. Oh yeah,
baby.
And correct. If you are correct. Polls
also your data person. You haven't even looked at the basis for the research. How can you dismiss it?
If you can you believe, sir? And this bet me 70% our greater Accra region. Oh, me free tema. Oh, the NPP enya how many? NPP enya 30%.
NDC will win greater Accra region, but margin they are so close.
It is sa post way. Why do you even bring it up? What does it? If you are me tema communicate, I want to know your way. Tema East. Yeah. Abraham Oseyedu. Who East and now West?
They said continue here Tema East. No, they say continue here Tema Central.
Okay, your match. And the pen is saying Newtown on Nakoye Tema East, right?
Tema East. And 58, 59, 57, I done Tema Central.
Oh, so communicate will be enemy. What I'm saying is that they should study the data. Who data now? You can't come out and make conclusions. Say.
Okay.
Study the data. Study the results.
The data will show you Tema East one's assessment. They say NDC is holding the seat because almost 40 votes from Ashama to neutralize.
Exactly. Any poll Katamansono. So they push them to Titus Global and Honomono. Amana very difficult. I know the dynamics.
Okay.
But data, if you are
they also the data shows Bawumia will win.
Bawumia will win. The about policies anyway no crowd. I know you're funny crowd. Me the data no na. And data is key. Every American BBI is data driven.
Okay.
Republicans almost Pennsylvania. Almost share.
Oklahoma red state.
First, now me a registered
Republican.
Democrat. No, now me a registered Democrat. But they say must switch it by be independent because there be no more framing, no more primaries, no way from no. I'm say abanaba na makotwa ma be metwa man. Munya sai
early voting what?
There be meto no Tuesday after work.
Jude, but there's a Ghanaian on what to Trump. He was very excited about Trump.
No problem. Me based on your orientation, you are aligned to Republicans, because but more policies be say women's right to abortion. If you may in Oklahoma, when you miscarriages 3 times. First one, no, they gave her in a buy. Second one, no DNC, right? Third one, so now crying the 5 months. July, any idea for one Epidora and stuff, and not work around now crying. 18 or so, also, do you want my wife to die? Why should I vote for somebody else? Sometimes now
they can change your vote between the Republicans.
I changing my vote. Because if you sabi me bane wa me yere so hu ana. These are things that are very, and that is what caught my eye and say I like Trump in terms of security and like American posture is good, but if you so here say we re na when you miscarriage we say ya ma kra ni na obenya infection since there be a friend na communicate and say wanyem na akra na onim ya dey no na akra no e pro na e say na yi eti ya dey call general hospital no to akra na wu be one eti ebetumi eku akra no ebetumi eku oba no ti no o ye president ma no nye enye so obi a person okoya abortion ma no nye liberal kakra say medically, no doctors and certified say or see stable man in lifetime.
Okay.
It's that is what yeah. It's if you ever can say
No, I mean, I see, baby. I like the way you are doing analysis about say Trump name. I like that because more than more about chef one, you must say just based on that you switch to Kamala. Thank you.
Yeah.
So
will do
Thank
that.
you so much. Right.
So take care. Yeah. Take care. Right.
Yeah. I mean, now I see, baby, Nana. And now, poke me as I may fall about way in article. I'm the data no. Can't the MTN for no. Hey. Jesse, Mr. Bro, Mount, good evening.
If you
our final thought be about it till na time na so. Real time cry.
If you matching. Yeah, me free Nairobi sister.
Kenya.
Kenya, yeah.
Oh wow, okay, that's good. That's good.
About 2:05.
Oh, AM.
But exactly, 3 hours ahead.
Thank you for staying up. Why? We appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, but I decided to join. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Now, if you are in some Hamekakra, now I think that journalists in Ghana and the general public are not doing ourselves good. Now, Nabi City FM, Metai Joy FM, an argument on me and say Ghana ayeding than almost all African countries. Now, this is a fallacy that nobody has really taken care of. And we threw all dust in the eyes of the unsuspecting Ghanaians. Unim say, whatever you buy in Nairobi, you have half of that price in Ghana as I speak now.
Sir, Nairobi.
Things are so expensive here that people have to. Recently, a lot of protests going on here and there. Now, Nyesi or Kenya was Oko Malawi. A professor, I do research in almost all the African countries. I travel around all over. Now, say BC or Ghana, BC or Ghana, Ghana. Now, I was in Ghana in last January to March. Now, Sikam is spending a month, and about 3 times of that amount of money, and I'm dealing with it.
The salary system also compared to saying
it's flat. Now, a high school teacher in Ghana is paid equivalent as somebody who is here in Kenya. The differences are not the same. Now, I'm a professor. Amount of money I mentioned, only say I work with WHO. And to me, salary is different. Me expatriate.
Yes.
But so compare.
What you're saying, it's a Kenya heading in Ghana.
It's as hard as anything. Okay. Ghana and compare crowd.
Okay.
Exactly. Into me peseka journalists and multimedia a little research to find out what is happening here and what's happening in Ghana, so you can give the public a real situation. But it's not happening. Into me and no one am pesemeka.
But I think sometimes the issue is that at the time now, Omoya campaign, when Baumia said, or making particular promises be to Ghanaians are based on that Omotoaba. And I think people, and yes, are comparing. So sometimes they come back here and say, yes, are comparing now.
Yeah.
The people feel like, and that's all Shabono. We didn't do the comparison based on that. So now, why are we now using a new, maybe like variable in the assessment? Because beginning, we didn't use that kind of variable. When I have research, I tell Professor, may try to speak your language. Will we be fair if we add that into it?
That's right. So very simply, the person can say, but that guy be every US can say policies like 24-hour economy. It is not really a policy. Now, Oko Malaysia, Oko Singapore, that is the policy instrument or move out. And you can fully fledged.
Oh, okay.
Now the issue is you hear manufacturing sector, industrial sector, anything practice anyway. Ghana, we are not ready for it. We are not doing that. And due to me can't say Uncle Bank and a Panko Tawanajo. It's a limited your mama, I can say 24-hour economy or more a war. 9 club in our 24-hour economy. It doesn't make sense anyway. And see, I'll really be disappointed in Ghanaians if they go for NDC this time around. We have tested this guy. We've seen what he has for Ghana. and I think he's not doing the Ghanaians any better.
I see.
So we need fresh mind, somebody who can come and
now, but me, I'm saying testing it. I haven't been vice president, but anyway,
no.
Send them on number because I think we need to do maybe an elaborate discussion about Kenya and Ghana.
So we're deputy. We're deputy. It is so different from being the lead.
It could be, but you are still in the game. So
that's right.
It could be, but you are still in the game.
Yeah, but giving him the chance, I think he will do better than when you are a deputy. That's the point.
You prof. But how do you send me a number, Mr. Or a private chat and say, because I think that if make sure we schedule, if you are available, I will schedule you to do a broader discussion.
All right. Anytime you want us to chat, I can do that. Yeah.
Me patrol you. I'll be more than grateful. I'll be more than grateful.
Maybe chat with everyone.
I could be a private chat, no. Then I'll write it down. Because Miss Ankobi and I may send them a number. But I'll be so grateful, Prof. I mean, now Kenya for thank you so much. And at time now, so I see that some new people have come. But man, I ain't to me from next week. We'll call because I bought 11. Daytime, but Ghana the patro adiasan. I be for no come up. I be for no crack 24 hours. So patro now because we date an interview because yes, I bought 11. So
would have for do Monday be a minimum bonny and my own.
I told you be a wavelength to me as a weather no can affect him, patro.
It'll be a bonny tell. It will video be waha. Me ankasa metena say me analysis because me tire audio analysis ni video analysis. Before be break kasa Dr. Bawumia bi there's a Ghana no ha kwan bi mu fa so kasa chere papa no airtime. Obi ti se bulldog hwe o se sa nkrofo we nyina o mo kasa tia Bawumia no. There is time also o mo hwe o ma no kasa yi. Papa no ayi din ache because why focus. What the app be aba yes your friend no Bawumia connect. Steph ye bra me call a year we Apple for more Play Store home and I me call download the Bawumia connecting. And my minions you who be say papa no sa streaming app na o pese or ye dema creative art industry no betimi ayamba because we hwe ono ankasa personal ade a waya enhye da nye say ye mamuni nyina na o ya odu nsika ye na ye for no campaign no waye for no obetimi aya ade na mpa Steph ya ka me person ka Ghana ni bia nkope eye Bawumia connect.
And what's it supposed to do? Say, and they will pay the musicians for the streaming of the music.
Ebe said yeah, will be YouTube
na. Spotify for no me ade no.
Sana be because we new sorry Bawumia connect na. Stay na adenicity. Okay. The platform na is similar to YouTube. Se nipa no okaso obeye sa de we Ghana for what senka ye gitum say ade we aba ma ye no near their politics. Obi ka bibu ase Bawumia campaign no is all back from her pa obi an campaign. Sister Via sunsumu di ejire Bawumia. Sunsumu ankase di. Baby a meme wona. Is it Mahama campaign unche dem campaign a for now. Unche dem campaigner Mahama ye for go Bawumia e kwa offer so ye ne campaign. Adena ye say aye silent. Aye silent. Unche dante. Unche dante.
Me dey be any before you unche dante. Aye
me chere Bawumia de no unche dante aye focus.
Oh okay, Bawumia de na okay.
Faso ya de no. E kwa mo faso ya de no. Me pie bisu ama me hu say I was here gume. Seriously, I was here gume. Me gidi say me as a media personality na die. Me to me see me hypocrisy da. Me kan kwe. Bawumia 2024. Bibie no betime sin mu kwan. Okay. Because in human papa na ye no. Bibie no betime sin. Me na me pese me nya adagina ka me kire Bawumia connect
maybe hopefully next week join
the and before a sika power passport on a citizen app. Recently, me share girl be with passport office. Mizaza kwambe no fast we any
Go, emi se Vodafone for na san emia wo data ne bi unti. Nana mama na wati bebe. Bra Frank Asafoje next week me fa. Nana next week me fa why? Where you know to go. Sister Jubina me pese me pick you because of your banti no. We and yentenya me bra Alvin pacho Yakopon Yardman next week. Because we are over more than 1 hour. I was here upon 10 and it's 11 something. Next week, why next week. Yakopon Yardman why? Because yes, I produce a crowd of me. I might a whole 1 hour because I have Wednesdays here and time here the immunity. It's Yakopon Yardman next week. My madam will Miss Ankobia, who send me one number now? I'll give you a call. Why? I'll give you a call. But Ras Media send up a friend. And John Campbell, so well done because 7 December and they said we shall see. Why and now say stop the soon stuff. Unfortunately, you know, yeah, Benny Bonnie baby, now say omo the omo common interest and omo pe. And a Sparky Danny White. So say that's an old app on Apoku. And about me, I know I should have rehash app no there, but yeah, the book would be about me. Oh, you know, if your honors was a naka. And where he brought coming, and must say if you remember, some catch us a Ghana a better than most of the African countries. Once a proper bet you say Kenya prayer ding. Tell more Macana so Ghana for your casa. I was for my minimas unim. Let me leave you with Cynthia Morrison constituency and announced on compulsory assassination attempt. Say NPP, a former minister, or Kwako running as a independent candidate. Don't send the brave and call for Nibi. Any call for Peace FM. Let me leave you with that video. But thank you so much, Anna. You waiting me here. I said, "Come production team, Mr. Kojo Hansen, DOP, DJ All Black. Any radio stations or madam, I'm also picking. It's live on OK, and it's also live on High Life, Kings Jersey Radio, Adam Popa Media, Naspa Radio, and Migacho FM. To me now. We appreciate you. Until you be online, I've been asking Baba Yapon into Nanko Pacho. Next week, only number 1 will be on Crosso. Why Pacho? I found number 1 cry until you be.
Mala me jira opi ni tulu tuwe se tuno se film na me boy you know ya me wan se moja na wi mi if you can mu can na ekoso eduru bet me hu ni normal na me hu ni se political kai bia aya wa mi ya we pa aya noa enara me say bet can dey be please also Chris Nika and Nana all bessing no boy be boom bim the boy ni boom nana can you deny the driver no osan yana boy no boom ni me no it was so gwan na no yi tu no na me so to na me sister no na ye gina woni nti tu no tu ya na me to fem anokwa me ni so chi me kakra nti me echiri na me hu se moja wi say
me ba no asi okofie nti we wura ni store nti mi di na chi nti dia me hu ani se car na ejina na etu no wa atu ni brack te se man ni car ya oje mi ya bi fa onipa ko na oyesa ni mu yedu
well Cynthia Morrison conference you know say about to who enti otuto very sad but we have a good night so be our join here be here that's we appreciate you Yakopon Yardman next week essential thank you so much Nana. Thank you. Why? That's next week. First. Why? Thank you so much. Good night.